Is it really Friday? Is it really? Can you tell me honestly? Don't lie to me. Please tell me it's Friday. Please, please, please tell me it's Friday. How you doing? Welcome one, welcome all from around the world. Do me a favor, folks, right now. First thing I want you to do is I want you to
Welcome
type
one,
in,
welcome all.
type in on my machine right here or on your thing. Where are you watching me from? What city in the world are you in? What country in the world are you in? Say hi to me. Let's start this conversation off with a whole bunch of hey, how you doing? Welcome one, welcome all, and it's nice to see you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is so good. Hi everybody. It's great to have you all here today, and I'm glad to see you all. Welcome to Friday. That was easy.
That was easy.
Oh yeah, that was easy. Welcome one, welcome all. Pittsburgh. We got him from Pittsburgh. We got him here from Zurich, Switzerland. I'm watching from home. Milwaukee, Ottawa, Aberdeen, Scotland. Look at these locations around the world, folks. We are not alone. Midwest USA, Clarksville, Tennessee, Central Florida, Belfast, London. Good morning, Bruce. Fairmont, Minnesota, Charlotte, Uncle Bruce, Justin, Texas for now. Staffordshire, UK. Working from home. First thing for anyone. Tulsa. I'm under your bed. That's where I am. Portland, Oregon. Good morning and happy Friday. Queensland, Australia. Seattle. Good morning, Bruce's Bagel Bunch, Ohio. Wetapunka, Alabama, the beautiful state. Amsterdam, North Holland, Austria. Um, Austria, Madrid, Denmark, Austin, Texas, an American in Stockholm. How about that? Georgia. Good morning from Hungary. Welcome, all of you guys. Thank you so much for popping in here, seeing me today. Great to have you. Fantastic that you're popping in by to say hello. What's going to happen today in the market is the question. Good news, I think, already is that we are going to get over this capital gains tax thing. I think it's not going to be a big issue at all. I'm in the basement with Tony, by the way. There you go. Apple Valley, California, one of the most beautiful places in the world. Italy, good morning from Washington, Italy, gorgeous place too. Worcestershire, not really, just wanted to hear you say it. Good afternoon from Dubai. It's what's that, 4:40 in the afternoon? RT, Richie, hey buddy, welcome from beautiful Dubai. That's a bucket list place for me that I wanted to visit. And Emirates airline is a bucket airline I wanted to fly, and business class is the bucket class I want to fly in. So I have small needs, small wishes and desires. I just want to fly. I just want to fly business class on Emirates, using Dubai as a hub, and fly from there. That's all I was. That's all I'm looking for. I'm a simple guy, really. Oh my, Rio Grande Valley, Texas. Good morning, all you beautiful people. Driving to work in Florida until I won't have to anymore. Jenny, oh, way to go. Stratfordshire, UK, working from home. Dunwich, Massachusetts. Good morning from Winnipeg. Fresno, California. I'm here, kids. Right on, Tony. Eddie, I wish I could find some kennel Buller to have with my coffee. Thumbs ups for Bruce. Larry, Titus, what's up, brother? Liverpool, Giggleswick, UK, Garland, Texas, Henderson, Nevada, between Lake Mead and the Las Vegas Strip, Brookfield, Wisconsin, just west of Milwaukee, Aloha from Maui, oh my, Gloucester, the UK. Welcome, guys, to the show today. Nice to see you all here. Yeah, the markets are going to be better this morning than they were yesterday evening and yesterday afternoon. We're beginning to notice mixed markets so far, but improving. The Dow's showing a negative 29, nothing to worry about there. S&P down up 5 points, 4.5, 5 points, and Nasdaq up 23. Oil almost unchanged at 61.47. News this morning that's been coming out a little bit here, a little bit there. I've noticed that some of the stocks making news this morning. Just to give you a quick list, we're talking about Kimberly-Clark, which is known as a consumer products company. Their stock dropped 6.4% in pre-market action after reported weaker than expected profit and sales for the latest quarter, and gave full-year forecasts that came in below Wall Street consensus. This is news here from CNBC. And so the stock wasn't doing too well. Boston Beer, though, Sam Adams, they're up 7.6% in pre-market earlier today. Sales are higher. Mattel, their shares were up 6.8% in pre-market. They recorded a 47% growth in sales, and a much smaller than expected loss was reported. So the market likes what they see. American Express, they beat on the top line, making 274 a share profit versus 161 estimate. Yet the stock is down 2.2%. Top line wasn't as high as expected. Funny how some stocks are priced for perfection. Honeywell, they beat by 12 cents a share, pulling in 192 a share in earnings. Revenue beat estimates as well, but their stock's down 1.5% on the pre-market. Schlumberger, the oilfield services company, they rose 1.4% in the pre-market. They posted better than expected profit on revenue, improved international drilling activity. Interesting. This also follows upbeat reports from Halliburton and Baker Hughes early this week. Intel, the computer chip maker, fell by 2.2% in pre-market despite beating estimates on both the top and bottom lines for the first quarter. The investors are focusing on lighter than expected full year sales forecast, even though the chip maker raised that outlook. So no matter what Intel says, it's not good enough, and that means the stock's on sale. Snap, the parent of Snapchat, reported a break-even quarter, and they were expected to lose 6 cents a share. They also beat estimates on revenue, and the stock is up 4.5% in pre-market. Seagate Technology, the hard disk drive maker's shares slipped 2% in the pre-market, despite better than expected profit and revenue for its latest quarter. They forecast slightly than better expected profit for the full year, with its revenue projection roughly in line, and that's not good enough. The market is down 2% on it. Skills, the esports platform surged 10.1% in pre-market trading following news that Cathie Wood's ARK funds bought another 1.2 million shares following a 5 million share purchase on Wednesday. So Skills, SKLZ, is higher. Skechers, the footwear maker, beat estimates on the top and bottom line for the quarter, boosted by strong overseas demand for its shoes. Shares soared 10% in pre-market. World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, the media and entertainment company, shares rose 2.9% in pre-market action after it reported better than expected profit and revenue for the first quarter. Skyworks Solutions, the chip maker, is buying the infrastructure and automotive business of Silicon Labs for $2.75 billion in cash. The deal will help Skyworks expand into new markets like electric vehicles and 5G technology. Skyworks rose 4.1% in the pre-market, while Silicon Labs rallied 12.3% after saying it would earn $2 billion of the deal's proceeds to shareholders. Would return $2 billion of the deal's proceeds to the shareholders. So that's a win-win there. SWKS is up. Harley Davidson, HOG, the motorcycle maker, stock fell 2.6% in the pre-market after Morgan Stanley downgraded it to underweight from equal weight. Stock rallied after strong first quarter earnings, but Morgan Stanley said recent positive dynamics are now priced in, and the investors are underappreciating the challenges that lie ahead. So it's good now, but it won't be good forever, and we'll see what happens. So that's the latest there on the pre-markets, what's happening there. Just a bit of a recap for you. GameStop this morning is 148.94, 149 a share, down 217 on the morning, with a volume of 32,000 shares. Not a lot to go on, not a lot to talk about. I happened to read and notice the release last night, and then read again this morning the proxy statement. The company released what's called a proxy statement last night through the SEC, which basically outlines the procedures for the annual meeting coming up, what's being voted on, and its notes about the company and the management of the company, the directors of the company, a recap of the company's affairs and activities. Not a lot about the future of the company, because this is, again, is a vote on last year's financials and performance, but they do need shareholder approval for the new slate of directors. They do mention that Mr. Sherman is leaving. They do mention that they're paying off their 10% debt that they have called in. That's all disclosed in this proxy statement. They also mentioned that there are 70,771,778 shares officially outstanding. So that was interesting. 70,771,778 shares officially outstanding. Now these numbers fluctuate a bit. Some of you folks ask me, why is it that sometimes I see like 70,300,000 out or 70,200,000 out, then I see 70,600,000? Why does that number fluctuate all the time? The reason is there are bonuses and payouts due to employees for performance and for vesting purposes. Again, these are stock options that are handed out to employees. All public companies have this. So to have a half a percentage point fluctuation in the number of shares outstanding over a year, or even 1% fluctuation, no big deal. It's part of business. Many a time, it's a structure. The company has structured itself in such a way that they will issue stock to an employee in lieu of cash. So the employee's package might, the employee might be worth, say, $1 million a year in the open market on a salary basis, but they take a salary of $500,000, and then they're offered a stock incentive of maybe $1 million more, which is $500,000 more than they would have got if they just took cash. But it's only payable if the company has certain performance parameters, or it's only releasable to the employee after so much time as an employee. There are companies out there that will say to employees, you put in $1 towards the stock, up to 10% of your salary, you can put up to 10% in, we'll match it. Some companies will only match half, some will double it. So depending on the companies, they're all different, and they all reward their employees in different ways through stock options, performance bonuses, vested performances, and others are being given out and out options where companies will say, we will issue you a stock option, say you're a senior manager, senior VP person, and the company will say, our stock is trading at, say, $100 a share, just to use a number. And we will give you an option this year to buy 1 million shares of the company. And that might represent, 0.001% of all the stock out there. It might be tons. It doesn't matter. We'll let you have 1 million, let you buy from the treasury 1 million shares of the company at 20% less than the average trading price of the stock every year from now. So a year from today, the stock closes at, say, $100. And for the month prior to that, the average price was $100. You can buy 1 million shares from the company at $80. So the company actually gets $800,000 in cash, or no, in this case, 80 million. It's a huge amount of money. $80 million in cash, or 80 cents on the actual dollar the stock is trading at, from the employee, and the employee is enjoying a 20% gain on that investment right off the get-go. But they might have to hold it for at least a year before they can sell any of it. It's vesting. In some cases, it's 3 years, 1/3 released every year for 3 years. So there's opportunities for employees to gobble up huge amounts of stock or medium amounts of stock. It all depends on their salary level. If you're talking about a $100,000 a year employee, they're not going to be offered a $10 million stock option. They'll be offered maybe a $50,000 stock option or $25,000 stock option, which is relative to their $100,000 salary. And they might get it for 25% off or 35% off or whatever that arranged amount is. It's all pre-negotiated, part of the contract, and it's all disclosed in the financials and in the proxy statement. And so that's why company share numbers fluctuate. And employees who have the most generous stock options are the most loyal of employees, especially if the company is on a growth curve, it's moving up, making more money every year, growing its operations, and the shareholders, the employees, see their share values rising over time, and they become lifers. They don't ever leave. And can you blame them? Because if you join a company in your mid-20s or 30s and you stick around until your 50s, and over the 20, 25 years of service that you've given, your prime years to the company, they've paid you very well, very well salary-wise, given you lots of benefits and stock options to, with matching and everything else. And at the end of it, you retire at age 55 or 60, and the last year you're working, you're making a salary of $100,000 a year. You started at maybe $30,000 a year, and you worked your way up. You're at $100,000 a year, but you have $2 million in stock that you've earned, and that is what it's worth now. And you've paid for your house, hopefully. Maybe you and your wife both working. Your kids are grown up. You're empty nesters, And there you have this payoff. And if you have the stock inside your 401k or inside a Roth, growing tax free, and here you go. You're now getting yourself set up for retirement. And that's what public companies can do for employees. And each public company runs their affairs different than the other. And in the case of GameStop, there are 70,771,778 shares outstanding as of the record date for the annual meeting. And the meeting will be held on June the 9th, and that is not long from now. That is 30, 40, 50 days away or less from now, roughly. So in about 50 days, they will have their annual meeting, and Mr. Cohen will become chairman of the board. Between now and then, I expect the company to announce a new CEO. I expect that announcement actually much sooner rather than later, although officially the company announced Mr. Sherman's departure only 5 days ago. So it's possible they've only been looking for 5 days, or it's possible they've been looking for longer, but that they have officially released it to all of us that, we are looking for a replacement for Mr. Sherman, and that Mr. Sherman has agreed to terms and conditions of his employment and his departure and all that good stuff. And it's all on amicable terms. And there you have it. And that signifies a full-blown turnover of the company's senior staff. Anyway, that's all in the proxy statement. Anyone can read it. You can always look it up on Google. You'll be able to find a copy of the proxy statement if you really want to read through this stuff. But what's in there and what I've been talking to you about is pretty well the same thing, although I don't cover all the deep details because I don't want to put you guys to sleep because some of this stuff is pretty boring. Joshua Ferguson, however, has joined this channel as a member, and I welcome you, Joshua, to the group. I'm glad you've come over here to pop in to see us and spend some time with us, and hope you enjoy our show and the channel. Thank you, everybody who's here. All of you who have popped in this morning, welcome one, welcome all to the show. We are now about 40 some odd minutes, 45 minutes away or less from the opening. The Dow is showing a drop of 45 points on the pre-market at this point, and we have S&P up 3, NASDAQ up 17.5 so far. Oil down 7 cents a barrel at this point in time. Thank you, everybody, for popping by and seeing us. Let's see. Bertie says, good morning, Tio. I had a dream that the Hedgies established a GoFundMe account. I was going to give them a share of GameStop, but decided to give cash, $2,000, whichever is lesser the value of my GameStop. So you can either have a stock or $2,000 in cash, whichever is cheaper. Okay. Krista's saying good morning, everybody. Tony is in the house. Fantastic. Good morning from Jane. Bowfinger is here. Good morning, everybody. Soren is here. All the usual suspects are here. I stuffed some Bitcoin to get 2 more GameStop, or sold some, or shuffled. Oh, okay. And before it merges, right on. Good morning, my fellow bagel lovers. Good morning. Tony, I had to bribe Jim, but it worked. How do you guys highlight the person you were responding to on here? How can you do a mobile version? I have no idea. Soren, good morning. There are tricks, but I don't know all of them. I don't know any of these tricks, actually. Thank you, everybody, for popping in. Let's see. Anyone with a terminal access that can tell me what it says to percentage institutional holding of GameStop are, or where it says, or what is it? Jonathan, I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not 100%. Don't quite get it. Okay, thanks, Jane Doe from Bowfinger. Morning, all coffee and brews. On average, it takes 66 consecutive days of an activity habitual, not counting weekends, and we're all pretty much there. I love this community. Okay. Thank you. I'm not sure what that means either, but it sounds good. It is smart to take options for IPOE for May 21. Oh, is it smart to buy options? Buying options for May of this year. Okay, I see what you're saying. So next month. Smart is not the answer I'm going to give you. Buying options are risky, always risky. The longer the contracts have, the more time you have to get a result. What is the result you're looking for? Movement of a stock. If you're a call option buyer, you're looking for upward movement of the underlying stock. If you are talking May, you are shortchanging yourself with maybe a 1 month time frame. However, you might be attracted right now to the cheap price of the contract. That's what maybe why you're asking me. Sometimes, however, it is just a smarter move to say, I'm better off buying July or August contracts, even though they'll cost me more, because the time value is what it's all about. I need that extra time. First of all, the conversion from IPOE to SoFi will happen. I just don't know what day. And when it does happen, I don't know what happens to the stock immediately upon the changeover, the same day of. What's the stock going to do? In the first week, what will it do? Do you need 6 weeks of time to really appreciate a price movement that'll make you happy? But you don't have 6 weeks of time if you have a May contract. You may find that you were correct on guessing the changeover, the merger. You were correct that the market would like it, but you were incorrect in that you don't have enough time to enjoy it because your option is going to expire on you. And at best, you'll break even, or you'll make a little where you could have made a lot. On the other hand, if you bought July or August contracts, something further out, you got fewer of them, but they did deliver a nice return for you. And you have to ask yourself, is that something you can be happy with? Of course, the reality of it is that if you're looking for the so-called score, you're looking for the home run ball where, hey, Bruce, I just want to put in so much money now, get a ton of contracts, and if this thing goes to $25 a share, $35 a share, $30 a share, I become a millionaire. That's all I want. I want a one trade wonder retirement move. That's all I'm after. Not greedy or anything. I just want a lottery. I want a lottery ticket. If you're looking for a lottery ticket in the options market, your odds are extremely low. They always will be, always have been. Risks are extremely high, always will be, always have been. So you might want to take the attitude of, and I would recommend you do take the attitude that, why don't I just buy some contracts that are further out? And if I'm right, and the shares do very well, very quickly, say by the end of by the end of May, they really make a nice move for me, but I have a July contract, I can still sell this contract at the end of May for a nice price. Plus, when I'm selling it, I'm still offering the next buyer a lot of time, all of June and part of July, to enjoy whatever the stock can give you from here. I just took an escalator ride from floor 2 to floor 3, or from floor 1 to floor 4. It's a tall building. You can take a ride from here if you like. Now, you might be on an escalator that takes you down a floor. You might be on this escalator that'll take you up a floor. That's you'll figure that out when you get on the escalator. But I'm offering you the ride from this level forward. And in your case, if you've taken a small amount of money and turned it into a moderate amount of money, well done. If you've taken a moderate amount of money, turned it into a nice amount of money, way to go. But if you're expecting to become a multimillionaire on a quick flip, on a short-term option, you are asking everything from the stock without investing in any of it to get it. And now I think you have a 1% chance of survival and a 99% chance of failure. And why would you do that? You know the story. You know what should happen. The merger will happen with SoFi IPOE. You know that. You know the SoFi is it's going to be a hotly talked about stock. It's going to be very heavily talked about. It's going to be in the on the CNBC network every day. It's going to be on every vlogger and blogger all the time. You know all this is going to happen. I have been trying to tell all of you out there, SoFi through IPOE is going to be one of the most actively talked about prior SPAC companies of all time. And if the shares trade in the 25, 35, 45 range, if they go that high, they will help turn the viewpoint of SPAC critics around, because a lot of people who make money on this SPAC IPOE at 25, 35, 45 are going to brag about it. and they're going to be, I made a ton of money on this SPAC. And SPACs will all of a sudden be back in favor, but only a certain kind of SPAC. The kind of SPAC that will be back in favor will be the ones that I've been talking to you about lately, where every SPAC I've told you folks about that I follow, that I recommend you look at, all have made a deal already. They've all been funded with additional Wall Street money on top of their initial deal. So these are heavily funded SPACs, heavily funded mergers, heavily liked already by institutional investors. They've passed smell tests all up and down the line here. And SoFi definitely has attracted a lot of attention. We know there's a short interest on the IPOE as well. And I say bring it on. I say bring SoFi in here with the bank that they've just acquired, and these shorters will lose a ton of money. But what can I say? You've got to give the stock time to do what they're doing. And at the moment, they are behind in the timing to finish this merger. We thought it would be done in the first week of April. It's now the 23rd. It isn't done yet. Why isn't it done? Because SoFi is buying a bank. They're waiting for final regulation clearance from the regulator to close the deal to purchase this $150 million actual physical bank, which will give them a bank charter, turns them into a different company entirely, which could totally turn the performance of IPOE into another level as well. And this is why lately we've probably been noticing quite a bit of activity lately on IPOE, more to the upside than the downside. But we've got to wait out this frustrating time frame before it begins to trade for us. And so that's why I would recommend, if you're going to do an option, I would not pull the trigger on a very short-term option. I just would not recommend it in any way, shape, or form, because you're just shortchanging yourself. IPOE right now in the pre-market is up 46 cents to 16.30. So we're close. There are people here jumping in here, because they know it's about to happen. This merger is about to go. And so I can't emphasize enough how important it is to get your position in on these SPACs before they start trading on the open market. Because once they start trading, I have no idea whether these shares here will open at $24 a share and go to 34 right away. I don't know. They could, but they may or may not. But right now, I can tell you for sure they're 16.25, and this stock's been between 14 and 15 the last few days, and it has been as high as 28 already, just on the announcement of this deal since January. So there's a lot of interest on the street there. But you should have contracts. I highly urge you, get fewer of them, but get longer, get more time. And if you have to go $1 higher on the strike price or two to get the quantity you want, then do that. But give yourself way more time than you think you're going to need. I'm not talking about a week more. I'm talking about like 3 months more, 2 months more, lots more time, and pay the premium, because you'll get the premium back. Anyway, that's just me and my thoughts. L4G Custom, one more question. Did you see the article about the mother of all short squeezes that showed up on Webull, Catalyst, Positive Story at least? I'm not sure if I did. I've read hundreds of articles in the last 3, 4, 5 days, and I may have caught it, I may have glanced at it, or I may have read something about it. But you're going to have to give me more specifics about anything particular you want me to talk about. But the mother of all short squeezes, if you're talking about GameStop, I've read a zillion pieces of due diligence and articles about it. There's probably nothing I haven't heard. But if there's anything particular you want to talk to me about, let me know. Alrighty, let's see what's happening. Here we go. Yeah, Ashley, this is a good point. SPACs with bank accounts full of cash are a better choice than a company trading 75 times earnings and a bunch of high interest operating debt. My thoughts. I agree, Ashley. By the way, all of the gals out there, I have a lot of women watching this show, more and more coming in all the time. Welcome all of you gals to this channel. I hope that you're learning through me, I hope, a lot more about the market than you would otherwise, as I try to explain a lot of this in plain English. Those of you who are looking for deep technical, in-depth stuff, you're just not going to be happy with what I talk about. I'm not going to be able to get into that kind of stuff. I can just help you or try to help you discern what the heck is going on, because so much is happening at the same time from every angle here, and it always will be. But gals, welcome. I know there are a lot of ladies out there who are really interested in what's happening out here, but they can't find a channel that they can trust or be comfortable in. And I'm hopeful, and I'm being told that we're doing it relatively okay. Thank you, gals, for being here, and your comments are welcome. And no question's a dumb question. That's the bottom line when we're talking about the markets in plain English. This is a really good comment right here. This says it all. These SPACs that I've talked about, and I'm not saying that only the SPACs that I've talked about are the best ones. Not even close. I know a lot of you have your favorites. You've done your own due diligence and your research. A lot of you ask me all the time, what do you think about this one? What about this one? What about this one? I frankly do not have the staff, the brain power, or the endurance to look at 500 deals and try to disseminate the top 50 for you. I just don't have the staff. I found 7 or so that I really like, and I'm now waiting them out. I'm waiting out all 30, the last of the 30 days here, I hope, for all 7 to be converted over. But I agree with Ashley. If you have a SPAC that you can buy into at $10 a share, $12 a share, $14 a share, and the company has the SPAC, the private company is going to merge with, has $300 million cash in trust sitting there. $300 million, a third of $1 billion. We toss these numbers around. People don't understand how much money this is. This is a piss pot of money in trust, $300 million. And then there's the Wall Street investors through the PIPE financing that are popping in another $300 or $400 million into these deals. The day of listing, these private companies become public companies and immediately get a check handed to them by the lawyers for $700 million to $1 billion in cash. You think that these companies have just been transformed? Yeah, they're completely different companies now. They have never had this much money in cash at any one time in their entire corporate history. Never. They're all on a new footing, completely new plateau. And they have been aware, they know they're going to be on a new plateau for months because they announced the deal 90 days ago. They were negotiating the deal probably 60 days before that. And they've been putting together their game plans. They have probably already been in private discussions with Wall Street investment firms to figure out what to do with all this money once you are listed and you have the money. And it wouldn't surprise me if a bunch of these SPACs, companies that are, will no longer be SPACs, will now be listed companies, will have already an idea of a playbook. They've got a playbook figured out for the first 180 days after the public start date kicks in. And they may have already and are already in discussions with other entities out there, either locally, regionally, nationally, or internationally, to grow their corporate footprint dramatically. And it could well be that they have investment bankers who have already set up for them billions of dollars of financing and or investors through bond offerings, stock offerings, through joint venture arrangements, you name it, to help them go down the path for the next 180 days and beyond. And so some of these companies that I'm telling you about now, have been telling you about, I can only give you the little peek through the mirror, like through the curtain that I was given back when they announced their deals. That's all we have. But I have a sneaky suspicion, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. These entities all have deals lined up to bring to the market, but they can't talk right now. They are all forbidden to speak because anyone talks about a potential merger they're thinking about 3 months from now, that's material to the company. You have to disclose that. You have to go back to both shareholders and have a new shareholder vote all over again, because you've totally materially changed the look of the company. You have to give the shareholders a look as to where you're at now. What's the deal you're voting on right now? We're going public with this SPAC. We have this much money in the SPAC account. We have this much money in the from Wall Street. This is what we're going to do. Let's go public. And okay, we go public. And once they go public, they're free to talk and free to wheel and deal, and they will update us all on discussions they've been having. Because remember, a discussion is just a theoretical, what do you think about this deal? Would you be interested in maybe doing that kind of a deal? Or well, if you got 600 million more from this pension fund, and you did a stock offering from your treasury, would you be interested in merging with these guys over here? This is all talk. This is all potential. It's all, well, maybe, but they can't share this with us. It's all not available for public discussion. This is why we're in this little zone of silence, the cone of silence. We're all going, what's happening? What's happening? Why aren't they talking to us? Why are the shares staying at $10 a share? Why won't they talk so the shares will go up in value? They can't. And so we have to wait this out. Yes, SPACs with bank accounts full of cash are definitely a safer bet, in my opinion, than trying to buy a stock like Netflix. How about Netflix? I mean, this is not a fair comparison, all right? I'm comparing Netflix to a SPAC, all right? This is not a fair fight because Netflix is a mature, full-blown public company that is so much richer. But the reality is that Netflix trades at a very high PE multiple. The reality is that Netflix disappointed the market this week when they came out and said that their growth rate for new subscribers didn't deliver on what the market had hoped the company was going to deliver on. And so the shares of Netflix went down this week. Here's a 1 week chart on Netflix. There's that little zit in the middle right there, a 10% drop, and they're still down here. They're still down at 508 on the close last night. The company is trading at 61 times earnings right now. You can buy a SPAC that's sitting on, $800 million in cash. You can buy a SPAC like VGAC, Virgin Group, that will have 950 million cash in the bank. 23andMe. Is it a Netflix? No, of course not. Not even the same business, not even anywhere near the same business. But when one is compared to the other, you're talking about Netflix here, who is now offering or looking to buy back 5 billion of their own stock on the open market to try to support their market. That's bad news. To me, that is bad news. I don't like it when big companies like Netflix use shareholder money, because that's what this is. $5 billion is shareholder money to buy back stock. Why don't you put the 5 billion where you really should be putting the 5 billion, into more merchandise, putting it into more product, more content to get more subscribers? Why aren't you trying to be better than Disney or better than anybody else? Why are you sitting on your laurels and now looking to buy back your stock? You are telling us out in the outside world that you've given up. You're now engineering your stock. You're not interested in growing your company's value. You're not interested in growing your content value. You're interested in engineering your paper. That's what IBM has done for the last 20 years. Up until a year ago, I wouldn't have even thought of looking at IBM stock. And it didn't help IBM shareholders all that much in the last 20 years. It now is benefiting IBM shareholders because finally the company has a new management plan in place, new management in place to grow the company with an asset growth and cash flow growth. And so IBM stock is up. But Netflix stock, this stock is doomed to mediocrity going forward if they're going to use their cash to just buy back their stock. And that's just the way I see it. Management is throwing in the towel by using shareholder money and just not putting it into content. If you really want to look after your shareholders, Netflix, why don't you offer your Netflix shareholders, say $1 billion every 3 months in dividend money, or $2 billion bucks, or $2.5 billion. Take this $5 billion and do a special dividend. Come up with something like that. This buyback is just an admission that you do not have any other way to grow shareholder value other than to engineer it. And this is not investing in your company, and that's not what I want to see. Why don't you buy somebody? Why don't you take out somebody else? You got the money. You got $5 billion bucks lying around. You got a $500 stock. Why don't you acquire somebody else? With SPACs, you got a clean slate, a brand new clean slate listed company with a ton of cash on hand, virtually no debts, existing sales and the ability now to grow themselves by 200, 400, 800%, 1,000% in asset gathering and everything else over the next year or two, they can transform themselves from a smaller private company to a large public company. That's where I think you want to be as an investor. You want to be in a growth scenario. So dump the Netflix stock and shift over to even SPACs. I mean, these 7 SPACs I'm talking about, move yourself into there, spread yourself out, and take a chance with this management. And if any of them, if one of them in the next year goes to $40 a share because they've done all the right moves, you'll have made a $30 profit on your investment on one stock. And if you've invested in all 6, one of them will turn your portfolio into a nice position. If the other 6 are just the same price, or they're up or down 10 or 20% each, you're up on the whole account. If 2 of your 6 or 7 SPACs go to $30 to $40 each, you're way up. You're going to make more money than buying Netflix stock. Simple as that, because Netflix has thrown in the towel. It's time for new leadership at Netflix. If their strategy is now to buy their stock higher, it's time to shift management or shift paper. Sorry to be so cruel, but sometimes you have to be cruel to show love, and that's just the way it is. Alrighty, here we go. Here it's so sad. Why do we know now? It's not sad. It's just in the dry period. We're in the quiet period. You're about to be well rewarded if you stick around. You just got to stick around. These are the hardest days to be a shareholder of some of these companies. It's the hardest time to be a shareholder of these companies, because it's that moment of complete silence, which is so difficult to take. But that's the way it is. Ron, hey, hi, Uncle Bruce. Here in the Netherlands on Discovery, there is also a story on about the GameStop story. Do not know if it's available on all Discovery channels. Ron, I don't know. I'm not sure. Casey, I don't come here for deep stock analysis. I come for the bagels and stay for the 4. I stay because of the 4'8" pantless Uncle Bruce sitting on phone books has great stories. Well, there you go. Everyone has a reason. There's a reason why there are so many members of this channel, and this is one of them right here. You can't argue with that. I mean, look, what can I say? Hey, Birdie's getting the second shot this morning. Way to go. Fantastic news. Tony, Ron, when this moons, I'm traveling the world. We're going to party, my friend. Fantastic. Let's see. What else is going on here? Thank you, everybody, for popping in here. Comments are coming in faster than I can read them, as usual. Thank you. Oh, gosh. Let's see. Folks talking to each other, which is fantastic. I'm glad you guys are visiting with each other. It's beautiful. And how are we doing? We got 17 minutes until we open up for the day, so we're getting closer. I now notice that Richard Branson now has got VGAC2, according to their website. Any ideas what they're going for? I don't know what they're going for. I'm not sure what's going to be vended into that one. And I kind of wonder that they're going to wait for the first one to close before they announce the second one's intentions. That's my guess. That's just my... If I had to guess, that's what they're up to, that they've launched the second one, but they'll keep it, they'll just keep looking for the right deal, but they won't announce anything on the second one until the first one's deal is declared done with 23andMe. That's Bruce's prediction. We'll see. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you to Bertie for this donation. Feels better about the shares now that you freed Tony. I'm so glad Tony's free. Let's see. Here we go. Nicholas, probably the most important thing I've learned so far with this investing trading stuff is to be patient. And remember, stocks go up and down, and don't, whatever that means, because there'll always be another opportunity. You gotta, this is the hard part of being an investor. If you're an investor, you have to give your time into an investment. You've got to allow it to do what it's going to do for you. If you call yourself an investor, but in a week it doesn't deliver and you're out, you're not an investor. You're a speculator. You're not an investor. And you shouldn't even be in the markets if you're looking for a quick in and out. You really shouldn't. There's even investors, even traders that are in and out all the time, also are long-term investors as well. They kind of have both on their portfolios, but to each his own. You got to do what you got to do, and I understand you. Sometimes you can't handle it. I get it. If you can't take it, you can't take it. Yeah, volume on GameStop 149.70 right now. It was 24,000. It's now 47,800 volume. We're coming into 15 minutes before the opening. The Dow is down 29, and S&P up almost 5 points, and NASDAQ up 25. That's what I'm showing right now. Okay. Let's see here. You got to be cruel to be kind. There you go. There you go. Cruel to be kind. Good morning, everybody. Let's see here. Who else is here? Welcome one, welcome all. Fear of missing out. Okay, thank you. The fear of missing out. This is a casino, says buy and hold. Hi, Bruce. Kirk here from New York City. Put a few dollars in all 7 SPACs you mentioned. We'll buy more in the near future. Mr. Brunson, welcome from the Big Apple. Always nice to have you here. One of my favorites. Kirk is not only a member here, but he's also a member of TWB, Traveling with Bruce. Speaking of my other channel, Traveling with Bruce, tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, I will be live on TWB for sponsor members of that channel. Because tonight, Friday night, means it's trivia night. We'll be playing trivia tonight again, hanging out with the gang over there. And all of you from here are welcome to join us. If you wish to come on over there, just become a member of the other channel. And see us tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. A little over an hour or so. We kind of hang out every Friday night. We also hang out on Monday nights at 7 o'clock for sponsor members over there. And then 8 o'clock Monday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday nights, the big live show every week. On Traveling with Bruce, we talk about travel, and we love to zero in on cruise ship travel, but we talk about everything else, and we just see how we're all doing. And thank you all. And Kirk, I look forward to seeing you hopefully tonight for sure. Fabulous. Nibbled up some more GameStop, says Mr. Joshua. Let's see. Andy A, keep it simple. Be consistent and patient. You're going to make money. The flippers are the ones who lose. The holders are the ones that usually win. Auntie PC. Bruce, you're really growing on me. Well, thank you, Auntie PC. I appreciate that. Adventures with Duncan, another member of TWB. Hey, Kirk, how you doing there, buddy? AB, Bruce, Wall Street bets gleaned from the proxy report. There's 26 million float. And also that a not insignificant chunk, majority of GameStop is held by retail. Your thoughts? I believe that most of the shares out there are held by retail, and I believe that retail investors means non-institutional investors. Also, I believe that most of the shares held out there are held by people who hold less than 5% of the company, which of course would be less than 3.5 million shares per investor. There are gazillions of investors that hold between a fraction of a share and 20 shares. There's tons of them. And that's millions and millions of shares of stock, just millions and millions. I've gleaned that too. I don't know about the 26 million float, but boy, that would be interesting if it were that tiny. This is something that I try to bring up from time to time with any of you who are following me in this stock GameStop. You're asking me how high can the shares go? You know, what do you think could happen, Bruce? I keep coming back to this. The bottom line is that there are only 70,771,000 shares out there. That's all there is. This is a New York Stock Exchange traded company. It's a company that right now has approximately an 11 billion market capitalization. It's a company that if they were to earn $5 a share, $350 million, and they traded at the same earnings multiple of Netflix, this would be a $350 stock. This company, I compare it directly to Chewy, which is the online pet food and pet supply company that just started turning a profit last quarter for the first time ever, founded and created by Mr. Ryan Cohen, who is going to be the chairman of the board of GameStop. GameStop is going to mirror Chewy in how they're going to look after their clientele through online sales. The sales center that they are building, the sales service center they are creating in Grapevine, Texas for this company will probably be unrivaled in the gaming business for sure when it comes to customer service. I think in 6 months from now, any gamer that uses GameStop on the website to do any e-commerce purchasing of any kind, they may end up talking to a human being on an 800 number or a Skype call or a Zoom call or some kind of a one-on-one, and they're going to find the experience of being a GameStop customer from the comfort of their rec room or wherever they're calling them from to the GameStop people will be you can't compare it to, you won't be able to compare it to any other company out there. I mean, Amazon won't be able to hold a candle. Neither will Best Buy. Neither will Walmart. No one else that sells electronics will be able to give the experience to the gamer that GameStop will be able to give the gamer. And I think this is going to create an underground movement that will quickly catch on and will quickly be shared by gamers. And this company will out-service anyone else, and they will equal the kind of loyalty that Chewy people have, Chewy customers have given to Chewy. This company will equal and then succeed or exceed the value of Chewy. And Chewy right now, you might notice that the stock of Chewy is trading around 79, 80 bucks a share. Forget that. Forget the price of the stock on Chewy stock. You have to understand that there are actually 400 million shares of Chewy out there because there are Class B shares that are not in that $79 price. The company, Chewy, is a $33 billion market cap company right now, which is triple the value of what GameStop is worth right now. GameStop is right now $11 billion. You multiply GameStop by 3 to bring it to a $33 billion market cap, and it will be. That puts your stock here at $450 a share right now. But I believe that the GameStop company is actually a larger company than Chewy in dollars, in revenues, and in worldwide reach, and that it'll be double the Chewy value. And I'm also expecting, so that means 900 a share, by the way, right now. I'm talking 900 a share. But I'm talking about the fact that Chewy will probably reach 50 billion in value later this year as their profits keep growing, because analysts are going to be all over Chewy going, buy Chewy, buy Chewy, buy Chewy. So then you multiply the Chewy forward values times what I expect GameStop to be valued at compared to Chewy, and you've got yourself a GameStop company that's $1,500 to over $2,000 a share just in the Chewy comparison only. There's your upside, and there's so much more behind it than that. Okay. Anyway, there you go. Interesting what's going on. But at the moment, this is a story that few of us talk about in the way I'm talking about it to you. You're not going to hear what I'm telling you from any analyst out of Wall Street. You're not going to get it from a lot of vloggers. You're not going to get this from a bunch of bloggers. You're not going to get this from a bunch of article writers. I'm trying to come up with a word. What do I call these people? There are people out there who write articles all the time that get picked up by publications all the time, and some of them are talking about the upside potential of GameStop, but not a lot of them. And what I'm bringing up to you is I want to kind of give you a perspective from the outside looking in and going, think about this, think about this, think about this. This company has a number of reasons why. There are many reasons why the GameStop shares will go higher in value just by comparing it to Chewy, just by the new CEO that's coming in, just by potential deals that they're going to make, just by new developments in their e-commerce division as they keep adding additional product lines to their offerings. This company is quickly growing. It's growing invisibly because you can't see it in a brick and mortar format, which is the point. They are not building 1,000 new stores out there because that's not the future of this company. It's not the future of any retailers to build 1,000 new locations. These guys are growing by shrinking their footprint on the brick and mortar side, which is what I want them to do. What I think the street's really enjoying them doing. These guys are shrinking the number of stores they have outstanding and dramatically growing their online presence. And the beauty of the online presence is not only can they sell the product they have online to their existing customers, the ones who come in the front door all the time, they can now buy. They can buy walking into the front of a store, or they can buy online much more merchandise from GameStop. But they're going global with it. It's the e-commerce is the entire planet, not just the United States, and that is where GameStop has this huge growth curve in front of it. So, anyway, it's just Bruce talking about what he likes and what's going on. We're now 5 minutes away, and let's see what's going on. Let's see here. People are asking me about options transactions on SPACs. I would not be writing any contracts on SPACs right now. I really wouldn't be doing that. Jake, I would not be going into not sure if I like that. I'm not sure if I want to be doing that. Anyway, a comment on the 26 million float that people are posting on Reddit. They subtracted from the 70 million the estimated votes of all the institutions that hold over 5% of GameStop, but that included all their calls. Yeah, these numbers are being determined and being evaluated and being disseminated here. As I have said before, and I will maintain it, I'm convinced that there are upwards of 200 million shares of GameStop in people's hands out there. I'm just convinced of it. And the so-called float of 26 million, that would be half of the estimated float that we have heard about for a long, long time. And that tells me any kind of a buy wave into this stock will shoot it right up. Will shoot it right up because there is not enough stock available to stop an upward tick in the stock. How about that? Does that make sense? A wave of buying for say 2 weeks of stock into GameStop will overrun the stock to the 300 level without any resistance, unless it's artificial resistance. I just don't see it. Right now we're 150.10 with 2 minutes to go before we open for trading. CNBC's got ads on right now to promote their bank account. Okay, we've got a new member, Michael K. Thank you, Mikhail. Thank you for Mikhail for joining us, Mikhail K. Nice to have you here. Bruce, your face said it all. I'm not sure what that means. Buy more GameStop or wait for the attack first thing this morning. I keep asking you guys, have you noticed a pattern on this stock in the first half hour every day? Will we get it again? There will come a day where we don't get the attack. There will come a week where we don't get an attack. And that week could be the week the stock was up $100 a share because no one's attacking it. There will come a point in time where the shares will reach a certain dollar level, a certain higher dollar level, where those who are short will be forced to start covering. And then it amplifies the upward movement. So the first move up to this 250, 300, 350 range, whatever it is, 400, wherever it goes to, the first leg up will be because retail investors are just outnumbering sellers, and or there are institutional buyers trying to get into this thing before it takes off. And then it'll reach a certain dollar level where the shorts are so upside down that they are being forced out. And no one wants to take their bets anymore. And they've got to get out of the positions. And that takes it from wherever that number was, 300, 400, 500 share, to whatever. And then no one can stop it. But anyway, we'll see what happens. That's down the road. That's another day. We're just getting ready here. Less than a minute to go, 2 minutes to go. Let's see what's happening. We're having fun. We're having fun. We're always having fun. 149.78. Kramer is talking about Bitcoin at $48,829. It's down $4,200 on Bitcoin today. Again, I'm not a crypto guy. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. I don't believe in it. I worry about government interference on Bitcoin through whatever kind of taxation or transaction fees they want to impose. I have no idea. I avoid it. Cash, baby, it's cash. That cash is king as far as I'm concerned. And GameStop trades in cash. You are not looking at $149.26 in Bitcoin. You're looking at $149.25 in U.S. currency for the stock, and that's where I see it, and that's where I'm following it. And I just, you're on your own when it comes to cryptocurrency, kids. You're on another planet that I can't relate to because look how old I am. I'm so old. Here we go. Down 27 points on the Dow. Coming into the opening now, down 5 on S&P and up 5 on S&P, up 22 on NASDAQ. Getting ready to open for the day. The bell just started ringing. What are we doing this morning? Let's follow the markets and see where we want to go from here. We have GameStop showing 150.28 on 108,000 first trade. Oh, that will change a lot in the first half hour. We'll watch it for all that. AMC at 10.10, up 11 cents. Coinbase down $8 to 285. Let's see what we've got going. Oh my gosh. What is going to happen here? Thank you everybody for popping in here. The only way government kills Bitcoin is by killing the internet worldwide. Hey, it's okay. Many people believe in Bitcoin. It's okay. Believe in what you want to believe in. But I worry about government stepping into the middle of it. And the one I worry about is the U.S. government. And why am I worried about the U.S. government? They're kind of broke right now. They could use some cash. Not this second will they pull the pin on Bitcoin, but eventually they might start putting in some kind of a transaction tax. Who knows what, at whatever level. I don't know. I do not know. It's a mystery, and I have no money in that at all. What can I say? It's all right. Jake, morning, Brucey. Broker dips give Citadel 10-year T-bonds in 2018, so probably not. Good morning from Brian. How you doing? With Bruce, what price range on GameStop will trigger the majority of margin calls for the hedge funds? Oh boy, these shares reach this 250 and up level, it becomes very, very painful. And gets to 350, it's excruciating, and at 550, it is unbearable because now you're into 50 billion in losses across all of them. Now, does any one of them have 10%? Does any one of them have a 5% exposure to that 50 billion? I don't know. But we'll see what happens. 150.91 on GameStop right now on the first minute. We're now trading 173,000 shares. No selling pressure of any kind here. Just a little bit of trading going through. Kind of quiet. All right. Good morning, Bagel Gang. Green Bagel for Brian. Let's go. Hit the like button for Bruce. Thank you, everybody. Did GameStop place shares in their treasury on the market? Is that why we've been trading around 140? No, they have not been. Not that I know of. They haven't sold any stock to raise any money. They don't need to do it at this moment. Let's see. Good morning, all. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning, Uncle Bruce and everybody. Thank you, guys. Smash the like, guys and gals. Doesn't take much effort to help Bruce out. Malo, knees. As long as they can short naked, everything is possible. We get the knee emojis flying across. We have right now 662 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for that. I appreciate it. We have 2,600 of you watching this Friday morning. Welcome all of you to the show. I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you're going to have a great weekend this weekend. Hopefully, you'll all get in some quality time with friends, but in a safe manner, please. Please don't get ill on me. I need healthy viewers. Thank you, all of you, for popping by. 697 thumbs ups and counting. We're going for 708 right now, through 700. Thank you. GameStop and everything else. Let's see what's going on here. Let me do an update on the market. Hold on. GameStop. We are right now at 149.25. We've got the Dow down 20 points. S&P up 5. NASDAQ is up 25. Social media, IPOE is up 60 cents to 16.44. Having a good start to the day. Gore's Holdings, $12.93, up 6 cents. We've got VGAC at 996, bargain. Starboard at 996, and Fortress at 997. All under $10, all being given away for free. Nav site at 993 being given away for free. Vector Acquisition 1061. AMC now 1024, up 25 cents. That's the high of the day, approximately 2.4 million traded. So AMC's having a good morning. GameStop now just 2 cents on the downside at 151.22. It's up a nickel on the day on 200,000 volume. So GameStop seems to have turned a corner to start. Coinbase down $9 to 284. They're down for the fifth day in a row, basically since listing. We have top Putin critic Alexei Navalny ending his 24-day hunger strike. That one just makes me so angry, but what are you going to do? Never a dull moment. GameStop, 151.90, up 73 cents on GameStop. Is there any news on GameStop? I don't see any official news. Nothing. No, nothing there. Nothing there. No, nothing at the moment. 151.63 on GameStop. All right, that's where we're at. Okay, let's see what else is going on here. Let's go to, let's see, what can we find here? Pardon-moi as I keep an eye on things here. Yeah, fun times. Alrighty, let's do that, and let's go over to here, and bear with me 1 second, folks. I'm just checking something out for us. There we go. All right, on the Dow 30 Industrials, let's see what's going on here. Who's doing what? American Express still down 455 a share, down 3% on the morning. Who else is doing stuff on the Dow? Chevron is not doing much, up a half a percentage point. Fair enough. Goldman Sachs finally is up $2 a share, gaining 0.8 of a percentage point. Goldman Sachs shares have been under pressure this week. One of those banks in trouble. Honeywell still down 2%, down 491. Intel down 368. It's at 58.90, down 5.8%. I think it's a buy. I think Intel long term is a buy. This is going on sale. The lower this stock goes, the more attractive I think it becomes. The high and the low in the last 52 weeks, high for Intel, 68.49, the low 43. And it's sitting now at $59. So it is only down $9 from its high of the year. But its price earnings multiple, 13.2. You can buy a chip maker for 13.2 times earnings, where they can't make the product fast enough. They're being begged by the U.S. government to please make more. They're being offered all kinds of financial assistance, tax breaks, write-offs, you name it, from the U.S. Treasury as part of the infrastructure bill to please build factories in the U.S. and make more product. And this stock is at 13.2 times earnings. I cannot take seriously any of the concerns that some on Wall Street have expressed with regards to Intel. Sorry, folks, got to make adjustments here. I cannot take seriously any serious concerns regarding Intel from Wall Street. I think that this stock is just being knee-jerked down, and it is a bargain. I am convinced that this stock is far too cheap, far too important for the national good of the country. But who am I to say what investors do in one day or not? Intel this last week, look at that chart right there. That shows you everything. It is just on a down dip. But this is a sale. This is an absolute sale. Those of you who are option players, you like buying call options, I would be saying to you, you should take a look at buying call options on Intel for 6 months out or longer. Go way out. And if you can buy, say, 60s to 60, between 60s and 65s, whatever you can afford in that range, if they're cheap enough and affordable enough, buy call options on Intel that far out, because I think the shares will reach the mid 60s again in the next 6 months. But I'm thinking even if they go into the 64, 65 neighborhood and they just get there, you might have a nice doubling of your money or more on a call option on Intel, because I think this is way too cheap. But it is what it is. They do what they do, and you have to play the game. Wes L. Wizel, thank you for your 5 British pound donation. That is a British pound donation, not euro. I'm beginning to figure these out. Bruce, can you say hello to my girl Jenna? She's asking me to ask you a question. Jenna, how you doing? Welcome to the show. What is your question? Is it PG? Is it a PG question, or is it dirty? Hopefully, it's a good question. Give me a question. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, big time buy for Intel right now. Absolutely. Right now, GameStop 149.06 down $2. Maybe we got an attack. Maybe we don't. I don't know. Let's see. Bruce Ritchie wants to know, Bruce, what change do you believe the shareholders meeting will bring along? Richie, there'll be no like massive changes. Everything the directors want, they'll get. So, our friend Mr. Cohen will be the new chairman of the board. I think between now and that day, June 9th, they will have already hired the new CEO. They'll have introduced them to us. We'll have already started to figure out who this person is. We may already know that there are lieutenants coming along with this person. Within a week or 2 or 3 of that appointment, we'll hear about other people coming in behind him or her. And the stock could be much higher on that announcement already. And then Mr. Cohen is fully in charge, and here we go. But don't expect fireworks on the day of the shareholder vote. Nothing like that. It is going to be all preordained, but there'll be lots of news coming up. We'll see what's going on. AB Bruce, I'm throwing a regular amount into SMH for better gains. Might I consider allocating half of that to Intel also? If you're buying Intel, off, well, the internet is down. Okay. I'm not sure if we're back though. I've got to double. I'm back. Now I'm back. Uh, have trying. Uh, Bruce. Okay. See if we're live here. Now, I because you know,
better than
Okay.
actually watching, hearing you chew the bagel. If I want to hear people chew, I'll go to the movies.
Are we on? Does anyone see me out there? Question. Am I on the show? Does anyone notice me here? Let's see if this is working. Hang on. Dang it. Here we are.
Oh, I can see you.
Oh, you can see me? Am I live?
I see you.
Am I live,
I see
live,
you.
live? Am I back?
You're in
Back?
portrait mode.
Am I in portrait mode?
Yeah.
Hear you and see you, they're saying. Oh
There you
boy,
go.
he's back.
You can just turn it on its side.
I'm just, I don't think I can, but let's see. Hang on. Does this work? Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, kind of goofy. Hang on. I'm using my computer as a stand to hold my big ass iPad. I'm going through my iPad right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I on?
Yeah. There you go.
I don't have me on my. Oh, great. I don't have me on my phone though. I'm frozen on my phone.
I turned you off and turned you back on.
Okay. Maybe I didn't pay my own bill. Where's my camera? Is that the camera right there? Yeah. Hi, everybody. Okay. Hi. Just forgive me. I'm looking at myself on the screen here to make sure I'm alive and well. And of course, the comments are way over here, and so I'm not looking at you as I should be looking at you. I should be just staring at the little dot there, but then I don't see the comments that you're all making. Trying to talk to me. Sorry, folks. What can I say? Computer's still down. I can't get my computer to work on the Wi-Fi. My phone is working. My iPad is working, and this is the exact same StreamYard telecast I had before, but it's now just through my iPad, and here we are. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope the sound's all right. And let's see what's going on. Yeah, it clears a bell. We thought you were Toad. Used to love the Saturday morning cartoon reboot. Okay, welcome one, welcome all to Uncle Bruce under trying circumstances, but we're doing the best we can with what we have. Of course, the problem I have now is that all of my data that I need for the markets are not able to be seen because I'm using my iPad to do the show. I got my phone to make sure everything's running, and my computer is not visible because it's hidden by all kinds of stuff, equipment that's in front of it, because I'm using my computer to literally hold this thing up to talk to you. I mean, it's goofy. Welcome to the crazy
Dave,
day.
the Mac guy wants to know if you're coming off a Mac.
Yeah.
It's a Mac problem. I don't think Mac problem.
I hope not. Bruce survived the gulag, says small Pioc. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. All these donations you're making while I'm off the air. I'm going, oh, thank you guys. Thank you. Get Jen on the ticker. Use Jen's phone. Jen, you're good. We can hear you. No worries. No matter, Bruce, time is the better. One issue max, no Ethernet port. How much more evidence we need? Bruce is genuine. Laugh out loud.
Stand on your left foot and tap your head with your right hand.
Flush your DNS and renew. I have no idea what all that means. Makeup price and data. It's what stock's $180 a share. It's $184 a share. What's that?
It says you really didn't want to answer that question.
Want to answer that question? You need to reset your router and modem. The Wi-Fi is messing up. Okay, it's going to be a two-bagel kind of day, Bruce. I was offering assistance. The problem is light travels faster than the sound. I'm pretty sure it counted 6 more phone books during the camera chaos. Welcome to Total Disaster by Bruce. Don't order any more of those dark web bagels, Bruce. Wally's World, time to squeeze that butt up, Bruce. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the donation. Jen woke up early today to help with the crisis. Jen was wondering why it was so quiet in here all of a sudden. She wasn't hearing.
I'm awake at 5:30. I hear you go on.
She hears everything, and she heard nothing coming from the living room, wondering, uh-oh. So he had a stroke. He's on the floor. He's unconscious. I better come out here and see what's going on. And then I'm sitting here going, hi, yeah, I'm off the air. I can't talk right now. Oh, man. Yeah, what can I say? What's a phone book? 144.97 says Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for the update. Cheers to all of you here from Creston, British Columbia, where the internet is spotty today on my computer. What was that?
Clean the ketchup off the computer.
I got the crud on my mouth. I got this crud in my mouth. I got to get the crud out of my mouth. What's a computer? Your voice isn't in sync with the video. Probably because of a delay. That's likely what it is.
Oh,
You
they're
look so
saying you look so tall.
you look so tall right now. Oh yeah. Wally's World says 145.31. I say it's 185.31, and it's going to 285.31 this afternoon. And what I say goes. How about that? You're all rich today. Congratulations. You're all up $100 a share. We're having a great day. You know what? That was easy.
That was easy.
That was easy. 956,000 volume. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm just going to go back to my quotes over here. I'll get it off my phone. There we go. Yeah, 145.19 down 5.98. AMC up to 10.07. It's up 8 cents on the day. And we got a 6-cent gain on Vector Acquisition. Thank you, AB. Hey, Bruce, I bet you the Wi-Fi card in that laptop was made by Intel. The one that your iPad and iPhone are made by Apple themselves. There you go. IPOE 1658 up 74 cents. Gores Holdings up to 1305 up 18 cents. Right on. We got some upward movement here. I'm a happy guy. Vanek Vectors up 430. I'm happy about that too. The Dow's up 54 points. That's a nice turnaround. Finally, we were down all morning. And how's Intel doing? Still down 362. That's a buy. Yeah, although Vanek does have Intel in it, but it's not a dominant part of the entire holding of the ETF. Yeah, my computer is just sitting here right now, dead in the water, not showing any kind of anything going on, and so this is so frustrating. I'm going to move my iPad, so bear with me, kids. Don't get sick. Just hang in there. And there we go. And I'll bring that over to here. You can kind of see me from this angle over here. It's kind of goofy. Hi, how you doing? Is it going okay? It's a nice picture. I mean, it's a nice quality picture, but oh my. Let me kind of go back a little bit further here. There's CNBC. I'm always watching what's going on there, and thank you all for hanging around. I can't move it too much more because it'll fall down. We don't want that. That would be bad. We don't want this to fall down. That would be extraordinarily ungood. I've got an elastic here that I'm trying to use to hold the camera and the iPad and to get the right angle of the picture, and it's not working out. Anyway, kids, I'm doing what I can with what I haven't got, and I got nothing. All right, there we are. Okay, just great. Comments.
This help it stick.
For what? No, oh no, I've put it over here now.
Okay.
Because I want to use my computer for quotes, but I'm not even sure if I can use my computer for quotes. This is the issue now that I've got here, where because I don't have Wi-Fi on the computer, I can't even use my computer as a quote machine or as a guide to tell me what's going on. But I do have my phone with these quotes, and GameStop is 146.26 down 491. Okay, so that's what I got there. Yeah, trying to figure out what is going on here. Yeah, so I'm going to need to figure out after I get off the air how to get my computer working again for the internet. There is some kind of a glitch somewhere. I don't know what the glitch actually is, and I am stumped beyond stump. I'm actually going to do another restart of my computer and just see if that will help at all. And I'll let that play over there while we continue on over here. Let's see. Okay, so don't mind me as I scan here. I'm looking at my lens, my phone, and the comments that you're making. So could this computer have been hacked? I doubt it. Erico, thank you for this comment. I'll probably talk to you after the show through email, I suppose, or text. Excuse me. Don't know. Is it bagel time?
Well, I don't know. Is it bagel time?
Might be bagel time. Just for just make me feel better. Use your hotspot, Casey. We tried that and it didn't work. That's the interesting thing about it.
Interesting.
The computer wouldn't let me do that, and now the computer is doing a restart thing here. So maybe it's detected something and it's working on something. I don't know. AB, do what I do. Get an Ethernet dongle for laptops. internet Ethernet dongle. Okay.
That,
We do have one. We have a dongle and we have the cord, and we can theoretically do that. Hang on a second here. I'm just entering my computer password to get back into my computer as it is theoretically firing back up again. But we don't know if it'll be the fix to our problem. That's the
it'll
thing.
fix your audio to your video. Because right now your sound is laggy.
Oh, right. That might be it. Yeah. I got all kinds of messages popping up here from Discord, from all over the place. Because again, I don't know what I'm doing, and I do what I can with what I haven't got. Thank you, everybody. GameStop 147.48 down 369 a share. AMC at 10.07 up 8. And IPOE up 67 cents to 16.51, and Gore's up 18 to 13.05. So thinking about having a bite to eat. Yeah, I'm thinking bagel. Thinking bagel for sure. Nicely toasted bagel. Definitely nicely toasted. But I'm just thinking grape jelly today. Just the
Okay.
old standard.
Go to the stand.
We know that works. We know that works every time.
We know
We can do that. Yeah, just tried to get on my computer right now. I just restarted it, and there is no internet. Just like that. There's no internet at all. Unfortunately. And it's now, I've just asked it to go on the internet through my server, through my, my machine, and it's searching for a signal. Theoretically, it thinks it's found one, and now it's gone. It is not working. It is not working well. Folks, that's where we're at right now. I'm sorry to say this YouTuber with his computer is not having any fun here today. And I don't know what to, not what's going on here. Yeah, I'm looking at stuff. Anyway, this I'll have to do later. I'm just wasting a lot of my time doing this. Thank you for tolerating this today. I'm sorry we can't be more efficient and better at it. It's just what we've got right now. And it's not easy.
That was easy.
It's not easy. Oh, geez. Gosh, darn it to heck today. Damn you apes. Not you apes. I'm quoting Charlton Heston from the movie. Anyway, I'm trying to bring in my iPad a little more to the set here. Just sorry, folks. Okay, I need to see your comments, and they're right here. So I'm sorry if I'm not looking at you. It's not personal. I need to see what you're asking me. Intel needs to start making 5G chips for Bruce. There you go. Poor Bruce. Use your Wi-Fi hotspot. Tesla's come with internet access for the next time. Reboot your laptop. Stick it in a bag of rice. Bruce, use that puppet behind you. I want to see a puppet show. The puppet behind me.
I think they mean Bucky.
Oh, Bucky. You mean Bucky up there? Oh, Ethernet cable. They're saying bring back the beaver. Jesus wept. What is it? Did Jen pay the ransom so the hedgies will release you? The call came from inside the house. Oh no. Stock versus Bruce just emailed you a link from Apple 20. What does that say? Where is that comment? Very simple step that might resolve. If not, we move to step 2. Erica was saying, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it just never ends. It never ends. The fun never stops. Oh my gosh, everybody. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see here. More comments. Hedges attacking Bruce. Well, who's on the phone? Oh no. Now Bruce is stuck in the boot loop. Bucky the Beaver. Awesome. Have a backup system. That's important. Let's see. Maybe it's the mountains. It could be the mountains. It ain't no puppet. It's Brucey's Texas symbol. That's what it is. That's from Texas right up there. If you see that, there's Bucky right up there. You see Bucky right up there? Yeah, that's from Texas. That's from New Braunfels, Texas. One of my subscribers from TWB mailed me that. I was watching Kara and Nate, watching Kara and Nate. I love those guys on YouTube, and they went to the world's largest gas station at the Buc-ee's at New Braunfels, and they spent a 24 hours there with their van, and then they were showing off all the products inside the store, which is unbelievable. And I happened to mention it on my live show on Stock Markets with Bruce, and my Wes Morrison, one of my great viewers, sponsors, he ends up sending me a box with a bunch of stuff in it, including that. He said, "Here you go, check it out, man." So I have some goodies from New Braunfels, even though I can't go down there. So there you go, doing what I can. Readjust the satellite dish. Who was that? Joan Boy and Jake. We love our Buc-ee's. Beaver nuggets to the moon. Fried corn. The Buc-ee Beaver's timely after our Brucey's gas station yesterday. Brucey Beaver gonna start a SPAC to take stocks with Bruce Public so we can invest in technology. Sorry, folks, I'm hiccuping here, having all kinds of problems. Anyway, I don't have that email. I never did get this email unless it came into junk. And I do get a lot of junk email where people are always sending me kind messages and stuff, and it ends up in junk mail. Sorry, folks. Josh, thank you, Josh. Check this link from Apple. You'll forget your Wi-Fi connection and just reconnect. If it doesn't work, just let me know and we can continue to troubleshoot. I bet it's a simple fix. 15 years experience. You're awesome, man. Thank you so much. I get things. Wow. Yeah, I don't want to do this live on the air. I might have Jen do it while I'm talking to you folks on the air here. But then I lose all my quotation stuff. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. Sorry, folks. Thank you for your kind wishes, all of your ideas and advice and everything else. What can I say? It's the first time I've had any issues with my laptop. This beautiful MacBook Pro that I got just 6-8 months ago. It is a fantastic machine, but we're having an issue here. I might actually, when Jen comes back, I might actually try to connect through the Ethernet cable to see if that might do it. And we'll try it that way, and we might be able to get back in here. But thank you, everybody. Bruce, that sound yesterday from your laptop was probably asking for CPR. I can finally see your astral. I don't know what that means. Drink up. I just came in. Did Bruce grow? What happened to Bruce? 146.88 ask right now. We're looking at GameStop right now at 146.76. And we're let's see, we're looking at down 441. AMC at 1008 right now. Ethernet always better than Wi-Fi. What Bucky Stinger symbol? Yes, the internet will work instantly, they say. And 146.94 on GameStop. The low of the day today has been 144.76. About 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, I guess, just when I was having troubles. And now we're back to 146.82. So we popped up about $2 from the low of the day. Volume 1.26 million. That's all I'm showing right now. No sound, buddy. What's happening now? I don't know. Should have sound. We should have sound. here. Oh, split. Unbelievable. I was the first.
Turn off for a minute. Feedback.
I know. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, folks. We'll turn that one off right now. Sorry about that. Let's go back here. Hopefully back here. Hopefully not. We're there, and I'm trying to go there. I can't go there. I'm going to turn that off. There we are. We're back here. I don't know if this is working. Let me know if we're on the air. Jen is going to check and see if we're on the air or not. We might have solved it. We might not have solved it.
I didn't get.
Shut up. Whoa, Bruce, you're freaking us out, man. You're freaking us out.
You're synced again.
I'm synced again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm back on the air
I think
normally.
you're back.
We are back. It's working. We need more beaver juice. This is what I pay for. He's abducted by aliens. Oh my God. Don't touch anything, Bruce. You're back. Don't touch anything now. Oh man, oh man, oh man. 146.60 on GameStop. Like nothing happened.
Stonkadelic.
What's that?
Stonkadelic.
Stonkadelic. Oh my gosh. We are hooked into the wire. We're definitely on the Ethernet. My computer says I don't have Wi-Fi, and yet I'm here with you. So, okay. And I'm really hungry. I got to eat this. Oh, man. What a crazy morning. I don't know. Kids, look both ways before you cross the street. Couple of safety tips. 146.40 on GameStop. Oh, man. Are we working, Jen? Although I think Jen might be watching something else.
I'm sorry, Rich.
Are we working? I hope we're working.
Yes.
Okay, we're working. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Yes, it looks like... okay, Ethernet's completely separate from Wi-Fi. Always good to use Ethernet. Okay, all right, good to know. So far, so good. And now you're fine. Everything looks okay. Thank you, everybody. Bagel. We're back up. He's on. It's been brutal. I know. It's just been crazy. She switched to curling. Now the bagel mic is working way too well. Jen has gone back to curling. More bang for the buck. Thank you, everybody. Good to know. We're back on, at least at this point. Jen needs a break right now. Thank you, Jen, for this bagel. Thank goodness. Oh, yeah. 146.19 on GameStop. Boy. I got the Dow up 65, S&P up 19, NASDAQ up 104. Okay. New U.S. home sales surge past expectations. Just saw that headline cross here. 145.76 on GameStop. AMC at 10.01. Only up 2 cents now. I like the other Bruce Bretter. I still want to see a Brucey puppet. I think it needs I think he needs an IT team. I think he needs a team. Ron, shut off, then restart YouTube. The broadcast still. Gremlins, he's gone. Bruce, I just got 23 shares under 147. Now I have 100 shares. Right on. Well done. Well done. Well played. 145.71 at the moment, though.
Now they can write a contract.
Jake, Bruce, You're probably the only person I would pay to watch you fix an internet connection and eat a bagel. Nowhere else on YouTube can you get this kind of authenticity. For any of you kids out there who are ever thinking about becoming a YouTuber, watch me. Watch the trials and tribulations that this YouTuber goes through to try to survive on the internet. Unbelievable. Oh, gosh. Yeah, never a dull moment. What can I say? Unbelievable. Today's maybe the first day with no more than 5% down on GameStop. Maybe Hedgie's really short attack versus internet threw an extra payment to his provider. Oh, my gosh. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we give him a thumbs up? Yes, we should. Bruce, why do we do the show from an iPad in various locations around the house? Why not do that? Wait till I start traveling. You're coming with me. We'll be all over the place together. You think I'm going to be sitting here on my chair in a living room when I can be traveling down the road? No, I'll be traveling, and you're coming along for the ride wherever I'm headed. So yes, get ready for some different backgrounds and some other vibes and other views. Can't wait. Can't wait. Oh, man. Boy, oh boy. Thank you, all of you, so much for being here. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Tremendous that you've come by to join us today. Jen and I, we appreciate you seeing us and tolerating this crazy day here. I gotta say, technical troubles. What can I say? We're trying to fight through it. I still have to do another show later today. Unbelievable. 1,200 thumbs ups. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you for 1,200 thumbs ups for this. I appreciate it. 1,593 of you here. Unbelievable that there are this many of you here watching this. I'll tell you, it's just crazy. 145.78 on GameStop, down 538. The Dow is up 128. So we got a new high on the Dow as it is rocketing higher. Go Dow, go. Economic data beats forecasts, apparently. That's helping the market move up. Dow is up 143, S&P up 28, NASDAQ up 130. We got a nice move coming here on the big markets. Nice to see that. Would be nice to translate into a little bit of GameStop momentum. Thank you very much. Most excitement I've had all week. This is right, bro. This is a ladder attack. I don't think I could focus on the topic enough to be a YouTuber. We love the Bruce. Thank you, guys. Bruce's last name, Almighty. We saved Uncle Bruce like we were saving GameStop. The best stream ever. A Sitting Bull. The thumbs up's the right thing to do today. I'm thoroughly entertained today. All part of it. Thank you, everybody. We are now at 1,200 thumbs ups and climbing. Only 40 thumbs downs. Thank you, everybody. And those of you who are renewing your membership and becoming members of this channel despite our technical difficulties, I thank you so much. AB, thank you for this donation. If somebody told you 30 years ago you'd be paid to plug in wires, eat bagels, talk stocks, Spinal Tap, Monty Python, would you believe them? If it was my future self coming back to say it, I'd say, I believe you because you are crazy, man. I know how crazy you are because I know how crazy I am at age 35. I know you're going to be just as crazy at age 65. You'll be crazier than I was at 35. So I believe it. Oh my gosh. Bruce, how often do you and Jen just laugh yourselves to sleep thinking about the channel's success? Every night. Every night we just shake our heads. We can't believe it. We just kind of go,
Pigs are flying.
a what? Pigs are flying. We have flying pigs. It's ridiculous. It's incredible. We're so grateful and we're so pumped up. And you've changed our lives dramatically in the last 2 months, 3 months. You've completely changed our lives. We actually have money in the bank. We actually have some cash lying around, which is just so unfamiliar to us. Normally, we're just whatever we can do, we just help our daughter and we just do whatever we can and we just get by. We look after ourselves last, and all of a sudden we have we have some money in our bank accounts. We just can't believe it. It's crazy. So thank you, all of you. January, when this channel took off, we had just received our bill from the town of Creston for our property tax, and we're kind of going, well, we gotta pay that all year long, and all of a sudden this channel took off. It just went stupid, and within 30 days, we just went to City Hall and just said, well, here's all the money for the whole year. Here you go. We haven't done that in years. Unbelievable. So yeah, you guys have changed our lives. You really have. You've completely changed our lives, and we really are humbled. Really humbled. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Yeah, it's kind of neat, and then to visit with you individually is really a thrill. I love it. The one-on-ones that we're doing. These are great. Saturdays and Sundays. It means I work 7 days a week, but it isn't work when it's fun. And I love having these one-on-one chats with you folks to kind of, go over what you're doing and where you're at. And I try to help you avoid mistakes and guide you as best I can with whatever advice I can give you. And I'm really loving that a lot. And my relatives cannot believe it. They just cannot. You got to be kidding me, man. They want to talk to you alone for an hour? What do you talk about? The hour goes by like that. It just flies by. I always go over. It's always an hour and 10 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. I rarely get you done in an hour. It's almost impossible. So again, thank you all of you for who've been booking 1 hour private sessions with myself. That has been really fantastic. The Dow is up 147 right now. S&P up 27. NASDAQ up 129. Go, markets, go. GameStop, unfortunately, 145.31. It's not going anywhere right now. It's still kind of hanging around here. But we'll see how it wants to behave as this market hopefully will improve. 1.39, let's call it 1.4 million traded today. The low of 144.76. We're at 145.31. That's where we're at. I'll try to eat my bagel. Thank you, all of you, so much. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. These comments are just so nice. I get these all the time. I get comments like this all the time from so many of you viewers out there on our private email. A lot of you reach out to Jen and I and just send us messages, and you're just so kind. We know we're not alone. We're in a little town where we're just hunkering down, trying to survive, and we can't wait to travel, and we just can't wait to get going. But we know it might be a while yet. So what are you going to do, right? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, guys. Adam, thank you for that. Ali Harder, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Wally, buddy, thank you. Hey, Slim, thanks, buddy. This is great. Thank you. Yeah, my life already changed great through in the Corona time. It's interesting to what future brings to someone. Mines are telling me no, but GameStop telling me yay. Everyone, whatever. I haven't been to jail or anything. I mean, it's all right. Let's see. Thank you, everybody, for your kind words. All righty. Let's see here. Cody, you take care. Cody, thank you for popping in here. And let's see. Yeah, Brucey, we know you're still in the Cayman Islands. Nobody takes off that much clothing in Canada. We know you got to be down there. Thanks, Bruce. I had a very indifferent view of investing until I saw your channel. Just figured my employer handles it. What? Me worry, etc. Now I'm more actively interested. Right on. And thank you, guys. Let's see here. Thank you, everybody. Okay, thank you. All right. Let me eat my bagel. Man, GameStop moving up, 146.80, a little better. Getting better. Dow's up 147. S&P up 28. NASDAQ up 131. Market's going higher. Okay. Hybrids, how can retail investors like us prepare for inflation ahead? You don't have to do anything. There's not going to be much in the way of inflation. There's some inflation because of logistics, supply chain problems. Yeah. That all evens itself out. As things become a little more normal, we might be down the road a while, another year or so, but things will return to a much more normal scenario, and the world will be much more efficient a year from now than it was 2 years ago, which keeps costs down. So I don't see inflation being a big problem. $146.75. I really couldn't care less about GameStop. I enjoy this channel for little tidbits of investing information you can only glean from someone who's done it for a career. Thank you. Adam, would you mind reflecting on your initial thoughts on GameStop versus now? How much did you believe in a squeeze, and with what volume versus today's thoughts? Well, when I first read the story about the short situation last June, and I made my first video about it on this channel when it was just starting with nothing. I looked at that as an ex-broker, and I went, holy macaroni, this is crazy. How can you have 70 million shares out, 70 million shorted? How can you have 70 million shorted with only 50 million free trading? How does this even happen? There's no way these guys have been able to borrow that stock. That's impossible. They couldn't have possibly borrowed every single share that's available. I can't imagine that. And so I was thinking that this short squeeze was an attack on the company to snuff it out so that they couldn't raise money from the market. They couldn't raise money from bankers. They couldn't raise money from investors. They were trying to crush these guys with a massive dump of stock to drive it down. And they got it down to $2.16. And the company, as I did more digging, began to notice how they turned around and used $175 million of their own money. And they bought up 36 million shares of their stock to bring that outstanding market down to 70 million. Because they used to have 105 million out. And that's how 70 million got shorted. There used to be a 105 million. But the company bought 36 million back. Now we're down to 70 million. And all of a sudden it's a 70 million short position and a 70 million outstanding stock position. And I knew that cannot last. Sooner or later, that will not stand. One or the other happens. The company goes broke and the stocks go to zero, or the stocks could take a shot, and that could catch a lot of short sellers. And if the company played their cards right, they could theoretically raise cash by selling stock at higher prices to, become even more valuable and what have you. But the company, in the middle of a pandemic, I also realized obviously I saw it in June last year, a year and a bit ago. Last year, June, sorry. And then the pandemic happened. I'm trying to get my bearings straight here. Yeah, so we had the pandemic happen last year. Pardon me, folks. Okay, so last June I started the channel, and then I did that, and then the pandemic was already on, and so the thinking was this company would be bankrupt. At least that's what the shorters thought, because they had to close their stores. Didn't happen. And the curbside pickup and the e-commerce strategy. And I went, holy moly, look at this guy. These guys are survivors. And there are retailers who did not survive last summer. They went under. They went under last fall. These guys kept on going. Didn't have to sell any stock to survive, which is against all thoughts that the shorters had. These shorters were convinced these guys would try to issue stock to survive, but at $2, they'd have to issue tens of millions of shares. They didn't. They didn't issue any stock. And then, of course, the Ryan Cohen story began. And so, as I went into it deeper and deeper and kept following the story, I liked more of what I saw from a corporate level. And here we are today, where I think the stock on a corporate level should be at 500 now and could well be at 1,000 within a year from now. And then there's the short squeeze and the gamma squeeze and the artificial short sales and the everything else on top of all that. There's a long way to go here. So let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see what's going on. I stopped investing after the 2008 crash. I didn't lose, but I lost trust in Wall Street. Thank you for your insight and shared knowledge. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let's see. I can't wait to quitting that bad addiction. I'm addicted to Uncle Bruce. Ryan Cohen, GameStop, all my new friends. Thank you. Let's see here. Retail rules the world. What we buy is the way. In the market, the big box store, on the web, Poshmark, Amazon, and on the corner, retail is the way, period. And everyone eat a bagel. And I wanted to start last year buying GameStop because the idea is funny to go into GameStop and say, I have 5, 10, 50 stocks from you. Then beginning of January, I thought, damn, it's getting expensive. After that, in middle end of January, I thought I bought at 100 and then started to love it and only thing I regret, I didn't find Bruce earlier. The fundamentals of what he's talking about are things that I'm looking for. So basically what you're saying is buy the dips. That's right. You got to learn how to analyze the metrics. So Bruce, you do a great job. Thank you. I'm not allowed bagels. Double bottom bullish reversal appear to be succeeding. Adam, thank you for the thoughtful response. Thank you. Buy the dips, lower average, bigger returns. I eat bagels that like Kobashi eats hot dogs. 146.68 is where we're sitting at right now. Volume of 1 point something million, 1.5 million. That's it. Not much happening there. The Dow up 159 now, having a good day here, coming on, really coming on. S&P up 29 and NASDAQ up 123. The last of the bagel. Headline: major metropolitan areas in Japan under public health emergency orders with Tokyo Olympics 3 months away. I don't know how they're going to pull that off. I don't know how they're going to do it. Okay. Oh, that bagel hit the spot. Thank you, everybody. Wonder when the stock goes up, what the media will say. I like grape jelly on the tortilla. I'm doing a keto diet, so I guess I'll have some bagel-shaped cheese and ham. The bagel never stood a chance. I need some Shipley's glazed and some sausage collages. Wally Rory, yes. Oh yeah. What about that question? Just buy SMH and keep buying it. Don't bother splitting into Intel. Yeah, just keep buying the SMH. The Intel stock is part of the SMH ETF, so it's in there. So you don't need to buy it separately. I agree. There might be an opportunity to buy into Intel. There might be an opportunity to buy Intel. For instance, maybe you can buy some call options that are good for 3 or 6 months, and maybe with the recovery in the next month or two, the shares could come back a bit. You'll make some money on it, but you're gambling. I mean, I'm talking about an investment, hopefully less than $1,000, but you're not going to make 20 grand on it. I mean, you buy $1,000 worth of contracts and you make double or triple your money. Great, but I wouldn't bet the farm on that strategy. But at Intel at 58.76, down 381, if you are looking at 58, 59, $60 call contracts, good for 3 or 4 or 5 months, 6 months or longer, I think you can make some money on it, but don't pay too much of a premium, and that's what you got to watch for on a buy on an option. GameStop right now 146.58 right now, down 459 on not a lot of volume. AMC is 10.08, up 9 cents. Coinbase got as low as $282 and has turned around nicely. But again, this could be a dead cat bounce on Coinbase. It's at 302.39, up 8.94. So it's come back, $18, $20 a share. But I think it's going to test 250 in the long run. It's going to I think 250 a share is going to be tested. GameStop right now 146.32. IPOE is up 34 cents to 16.18. Gore's Holdings at $13, up 13 cents. Otherwise, we haven't got much in the way of movement on the SPACs right now. Home Depot up $1.35. IBM up $2. The Dow up 157. Microsoft up 230. Apple up $1.73. Tesla up 7.76. Bed Bath & Beyond up 11 cents to 26.53. BlackBerry at 8.73, up 9 cents. Cruise stocks are positive, but just slightly. Royal Caribbean up 30 cents to 84.48. Norwegian's up 43 cents to 29.42. Carnival up 17 to 27.08. That's what we're looking at there. Okay. Amazon's up $23 to 33.32. Nvidia up $10 to 6.03. Computer stock going the right way. Computer chip company going the right direction. Google up 26.60 at 22.94 for Google stock. Netflix down $6 to 5.02. Snowflake up $2 to 2.33. DraftKings up 64 cents to 57.81, former SPAC. DoorDash up $6 to 150. Airbnb up 470 to 175. So there's some hope on the travel side of the market, I guess. Hopes, wishes, dreams, and aspirations like us. We would like to get going, but we don't know when. GameStop 146.66, down 451 a share. Richie, I'm so jealous. Bruce eating bagels. I'm here eating celery. Let's see. Hold on, folks. Here we go. One would think that by now Uncle Bruce would be getting approached by bagel retailers offering him endorsements. Bagels are a local business. They're not a national kind of a business. It's not like we're talking Hostess. If I was eating Hostess snack cakes, that would be a brand that's available everywhere. A bagel is a local thing. Your local bakery makes them. Your local grocery store gets them made. Costco makes them at each location, but they're not in every single town and city across the United States or Canada. So this is a local regional business. But hey, would love to be approached by somebody. Wally, my Jen is from Port Arthur, Texas. Her Jen is from Missouri, and we'll be coming there pretty soon. Right on. Jack Bauer, can't wait for the Bruce Cruise with his family and meeting everyone. That'll be a blast. The Bruce Cruise someday, that will be a ton of fun for sure. Made it my way. As long as they keep spending money on FUD, I know the short is real and the squeeze is coming. Wally says, I got cousins in Austin. Cody, it's a miracle the virus isn't worse here in Tokyo, but everyone wears masks all the time, so that helps a lot. Free Thinker, at $481, the media will say GameStop, $12 down from its all-time high. Yeah, that's right. Good morning. I'm late to the party. Had to buy bagels this morning. Ran out. Oh, no. Hi, Bruce. Do you think the government is doing something to prevent margin call? No, they're not doing anything, and they're not going to do anything. Port Arthur, cheers from Texas. There are 42 interns who have on their morning to-do list, downvote Bruce. Okay. Wally's World. I met my Jen in Houston at the Crush Bar, and I knew she had me at one word. Gorgeous is what I said. Stopped in each other's tracks and talked till 30 years later. How about that? in Dallas, but been all over, says Texas. Confident, just bought myself another 5 GameStop on the dip. 146.93 right now. Wally, need that train from Dallas to Houston. We live there again in the Woodlands. Let's see here. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here, hanging out with us. Oscar Voss, new member. Hey, Oscar. Welcome to the channel. It's been a hell of a day today. Thank you for joining on a crazy, technically challenged day that we've had today. Thank you for popping in here. Coinbase now under 300 again, 299.70. GameStop 146.96, trying to hit 147. That'll be the best price in over an hour and a half if it can do it. We'll see if there's some momentum on GameStop at all. The Dow up now almost 180 points. That's the high of the day, looking very good now. S&P up 33, NASDAQ up 126. We're getting better numbers for the economy than expected, which is helping. Oscar, you're being welcomed by everybody, man. Everybody's welcoming Oscar. Thank you. Yeah, all the rich Californians moved to Austin to dodge taxes out of California. 146.72 on GameStop right now. That's what we got. Not a lot to get excited about at this point. Thank you, everybody, for being here today and handling. Help me handle this crisis. What can I say? Let's see. U.S. composite PMI hits record high as economy files on all cylinders. Let's go. This thing about the SPACs, I was going to talk to you about SPACs today. This thing about the SPACs, there are fewer of them coming out all of a sudden. Because I think that the rule changes at the SEC have sort of tripped them up a little bit, and they're redoing their offerings. Won't stop them because they'll come back out again. There's a demand for SPACs. There's a need for SPACs. There are a lot of private companies. I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of private companies, hundreds, that would entertain going public if they could do it under their terms or under terms that are better for them and their fellow employees and their investors and owners. The SPACs that I've recommended to you have already announced their intended merger partners. They're doing their mergers, and all of them have not only will they all have the money that is in trust that each SPAC puts in trust from their initial offering. Not only will that money come into the hands of the new public company, but additional money from Wall Street through pension funds, through mutual funds, through ETFs and other investors. And so these companies are all going to be well funded up to start the deal, but you can get in at the IPO level, if not lower than an IPO level, because a lot of IPOs that come out and have been coming out in this $25 to $50 range or higher. And then they open up on the open market at half as much again, or double the price. And so you'll see stock come out to the public, start trading at 100, 150 a share, where the IPO might have been done at between 40 and 70 a share, and where seed financing was done by the street at 10 to 20 bucks a share. You're getting in here at 10 to 20 bucks a share, 10, 11, 12, 13. These are good deals. I think these are really good prices to pay for an investment of this kind of caliber, where these SPACs, once listed, are cash rich. Well, I think what's going on is, it wouldn't surprise me that the SPACs that I've been mentioning to you guys will do even better than I thought they would do on the opening, because these guys have gone through the whole listing process and now merger process without SEC interference. They're ahead of the curve. They're too far down the road. The SEC has kind of put up roadblocks behind them for up and coming and new SPACs. And so this is good for you guys who are picking off these SPACs, because they have done all their due diligence. They have done all their homework. And in effect, I think they have passed the smell test with several layers of investors. Not only the initial creation of the SPAC and the underwriting of the SPAC, but the announcement of the deal, and the fact that these mergers are all attracting between 200 and 700 million extra dollars from Wall Street on top of the SPAC money. And so this, to me, gives these guys a higher level of credibility And to me, coming out with the, as the merged entity, when they start trading as the merged entity, their run up could be quite dramatic. They could have a nice run up, and if we find that in the next 2 or 3 months we have a shortage of new SPACs coming out, and existing SPACs that are trying to find deals or having more trouble getting deals through, these 6 or 7 SPACs that I'm telling you about will be one of only a few throughout this year that have gone all the way to get to the public side and go on. That could create quite a bit of a buzz here. So it is simply a law of supply and demand of the lack of paper to buy for investors into SPACs that are going to be well funded, that could really benefit all of you who are owning these SPACs. So that's kind of, I'm getting this, I'm starting to get this vibe, and it's a good vibe. I like it. So anyway, if you're picking up any Vector Acquisitions or NAV Site or Social Capital, which is the IPOE, or Gores Holdings or VGAC or Starboard or Fortress, I think you're going to get yourselves into entities well-funded, well-financed, well-run private companies that have been around a while already, and with huge prospects, including space travel, data management, cloud computing, medical, genome therapy and research. Man, there's a 3D imaging. I think there's just all kinds of exciting stuff here. And I think you're gonna. I'm really pretty darn sure you're gonna do well if you hang around long enough. That's my hunch on this whole thing. Okay. Thank you, everybody. And we're getting closer and closer and closer to the finalization of these mergers. They're coming up very quickly. And we're going to be very busy following this trend and this information. I think we're going to be very, very busy. Cody, Californians love to blow up the housing market. No, from experience. I couldn't afford San Francisco, but lived there for 15 years. Anyway, let's see. Are we going to honestly trade sideways until we hear CEO news? Yes and no. I don't think it's going to take long for the CEO search to be over. I don't think it'll take long. I think there is an army. There are an army of people that are being interviewed right now, and they will narrow down that list very, very quickly. The company is in the mood to announce a new CEO. They're not going to just take the first one that comes along, though. They've got their hit list, and I think they are weeding through the hit list right now. And it wouldn't surprise me if they're getting down to a handful of candidates already. But I can't speak for the company. Just guessing. That's how I would be if I were Mr. Cohen and his team. I would be, 24/7, 7 days a week. This would be just a number one priority right now, is to nail down the next CEO. 147.11 on the stock just popped through 147.11 like butter. 147 like butter. It's gone. 147.29 popped again. Thank you, by the way, for the 1,300 thumbs ups today, guys. Under these trying circumstances, for you folks to give me 1,300 thumbs ups today is a testament to your kindness and your forgiveness of this show. Thank you very much. We have been struggling here all day to try to get this to work properly. We've had technical difficulties today, but we are at the moment covered. We'll see for how much longer. But thank you, all of you, for your help and your thumbs ups. I really appreciate it. It is helping the channel get discovered. All those of you who are subscribing to this channel, I cannot thank you enough for subscribing to this channel. Please hit the bell notification icon if you do subscribe. If you've already subscribed to this channel and you have not hit the bell notification icon, I beg you, please hit that thing and allow alerts to come to you, because every time we go live and we do a video and something comes up, you will get an alert every time I do that from YouTube that he's up to something. 148 on GameStop just popped up there. Are we going to go through 148 like butter? Is that what's going to happen? 148. We're right at that level. Let's see if we can break through 148 or not. Stock is popping a little bit, just a titch. The Dow is up 176, S&P up 34, Nasdaq up 131. We're happy with that. Happier with that. 148.10 like butter. We went through 148. Alert. 148 and going higher. That's very good, everybody. We are moving up here. What can I say? We're going higher. 148, 147.90, 148. Go, baby, go. Let's see what it wants to do. All right. Thank you, everybody. And do we get a longer show today, Uncle Bruce, or what? Bruce has a lot of work to do when he gets off the air, doesn't he? 148 says John Van. Let's see here. And the company, Current Energy, must be amazing inside GameStop at the moment. I got to figure the employees inside that company have got to be all jacked up. I would think so. But, it's a company in change, and there might be more management changes. There might be more personnel turnover, so we don't know. But I'm thinking if you're a shareholder of GameStop, you got to be jacked. 148.14, we just popped through there again. Like butter, we're going through here. We're going higher, and the stock is picking up a bit of steam right now. It is picking up a little bit of momentum. 144.76 was the low, so we're up about 340 higher than the low. 148.38 now. We're almost approaching a $5 or a $4 pop from the low of the day. High of the day, 152.27. So, we're only $4 from the high of the day. So right in that middle zone, and 1.6 million traded. So we'll see what it wants to give us here. But I'm happy to see a little uptick popping in right now. All righty. Where are we headed to next? Okay. Thank you, everybody. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Bulls are running. Volume not so much. Speaking of change, Caitlyn Jenner is announcing running for governor of California. Really? Good luck with that. Laugh out loud during the GameStop shareholder meeting. He was reading it like it was an ISIS hostage video. The stock kept tanking. Wish I got in that sweet 110. I don't know what that means. Need to break 148.60, 148.03 right now. 1.6 million volume so far as we're at this 148 neighborhood right now, watching to see how it wants to proceed. But it wouldn't take much volume to pop this stock. 5-10 million shares of buying came in here. She'd be up $15-20 a share. iMoving says, John, Ray, Riverwalk Piano Bar has been there. Set the table with green candles, and GameStop will join us for a fast squeeze, a squeeze fest. How about that? A squeeze fest. Right on, Glenn. 147.98 right now. 147.99. Taking another shot at 148 yet again. And volume is right now 1.689 million. Is there a little wave coming in here? I don't know. But it is looking better now for the last hour and a bit. We've had the low back just after 10 o'clock this morning. Now here we are at 11:10. And we're pushing 148 around at the moment. Okay. And curious about on the low amount of shares available on Gore's holdings. Does this make it more valuable down the road, or would they issue more shares during or after the merger? On the merger, the number of shares outstanding will be adjusted for the fact that the private company is merged into the public company, and a bunch of shares are issued from the public company to the private company people, but most of those people getting that stock will be restricted from trading. So there will be some new stock tradable, but not very much. And there will also be 90-day, 180-day restrictions on release of paper for trading. So the first few months of Gore's and of everybody else, of NavSite, Vectors, IPOE, which is SoFi, VGAC, Starboard, Forge, all of them, there will not be that much paper available for a huge buying wave of interest. That's good for you guys because you've got free trading paper. You can do whatever you want with it. And if these guys are coming out with acquisition plans, financing plans, merger plans, distribution deal plans, whatever what is happening, whatever they're talking about, there could be enough interest in the stock to really run it for the first $5 or $10 a share. And so, can you get to the 2025 neighborhood pretty easily? I would say yes, you could. Will you? I can't guarantee it, but the potential is there because there just isn't that much paper available to an interested market. In 3 months and 6 months and 9 months, they will have probably made 15 or 20 or 30 announcements each. And by then, when stock is available from people who can possibly offer some, the street might want all of it, and that might be 30 to 50. It all depends. So, if you've got 3 or 4 of your SPACs sitting at 20, 30, 40, $50 a piece, I think you're going to be doing just fine. And you could then entertain the idea of possibly writing call options at in the 35, 45, 55 neighborhood. I can talk to you about that when the time comes, but one step at a time. 147.88 on GameStop right now, just hovering below 148 a share on 1.7 million shares of volume. That's what we got going right now. And let's see here. Thank you, everybody. Folks are for talking to each other about moving from California to Texas and vice versa. 147.55. The Dow is up 184. Just took another pop here. Looked to be kind of quiet, and all of a sudden took another shot. S&P up 35. NASDAQ up 132. Oil up 66 cents a barrel to $62 a barrel. 147.57 on GameStop right now. AMC up to 10.09, up a dime. Had been higher this morning to 10.38, but had to give up some ground. And Vector Acquisition up a dime. NAV down 2 cents. IPOE up 22 cents. Gores Holdings up 16. Virgin up a penny. Starboard down a penny. Fortress Value up 5 cents. All the SPACs, generally speaking, are better off today, so we're happy about that. Dow up 189 on the index right now. Watching for that. It looks like it might go over 200 here as it is climbing up. All right. Interesting developments. Okay, everybody. Let me double check here on some other stuff. Go there, and we'll go there. And we've got on the Dow 30 right now, stocks that are making the biggest moves. That would be American Express down 2%, down 293 a share. We've got Honeywell down 2% at down 460 a share. We've got Intel down 6%, down 391 at 58.66. But we have Goldman Sachs up 780 a share today. That's a nice reversal from the last few days where bank stocks were under pressure, up 2.3%. Showing Microsoft up 280 a share right now, up a percentage point. And I got Visa up 315 a share, up 1.3%, which is a good sign. Dow Chemical up $1.30 to up 2% as well. Most of the Dow is positive. Only Procter & Gamble, Intel, Honeywell, Amgen, which is down a nickel, and American Express are negative today. Everyone else is positive on the Dow today. Very good to see. That's what we're seeing here. 148.48 on GameStop. We just broke through 148 and kept going. 148.48 now. A little pop yet again. This is the highest level now since about 9:45 this morning. So this stock is definitely having its best session or best part of the session since earlier today. 1.74 million. Another 500,000 have gone through, or no, another 50,000, sorry, have gone through here. On the volume. It's still light. 148.83. We're approaching 149 on GameStop now for another point of resistance. We might take out 149. 148.83 to 148.88 to 149.39. Like 149, like butter. Hot knife through butter. Gone. 149 is gone. Completely wiped out. We're only down $1.94 on the stock. It's coming on nicely now, so we're happy to see that. I don't see any announcements. I don't see any words of news, so it's just reacting positively to probably being oversold this morning and maybe with yesterday as well. The Dow now up 206, as I was speculating it was going to go up to 200. It did it. Dow is up 206 points. S&P up 39. NASDAQ up 149. So the market is definitely liking whatever it's getting for news now, and it's affecting a bunch of stock. GameStop now 149.42, 149.42, and down $1.70, $1.90, something in that region right now. Very good sign on a Friday to see this. 1.76 million traded on GameStop. We have AMC sitting at 10.10. Vector up 14 cents now to 10.70. We got IPOE up 23 to 16.07. Gores up 18 cents to 13.05. Those are the best movers on the SPAC list that we're following on the SPACs. All right, 149 has been breached on GameStop. Can it take a shot now to 150? The next stop on the recovery move on the stock here. Let's go. Exactly. Let us go. All righty. Let's see. Kind of keep it going. The increase in retail investors. The increase in retail investors has put heavy emphasis on meme stocks that go viral across the internet. Apex Clearing is out with results on how millennial and Gen Z investors traded. They've traded quite aggressively. 149.19 right now. We're in this 149 neighborhood. We'll see if it wants to give us a shot higher. 149.16 as we're watching the stock jump about here. Let's see here. Wally's World. I got that song wrong. It's going to lunch, Lukenbach, Texas. Wailing, Wally, Waylon, Willie, and all y'all. That's right. It looks like they want to keep it around 150. It is option expiry day today. Again, it's Friday, so keep an eye on that. Colin, have I missed anything? We're just seeing GameStop pick up from the 144.45 range to now 149. 149.47. It might take a shot at 150 here any minute now, any moment. It might take a shot for 150. 149.47 at the moment. We'll keep an eye on that. Wally messed up the words. He messed up the words for Waylon, Willie, and the boys there. He was missing up the lyrics. So he's working on that. Such low volume. Yeah, it is low volume. We are at 1.78 million shares traded here. Not a lot going on. All right, just dropped under 149 at the moment. Okay. How dare you mess up the words, Wally? The Dow up 194. It's had a nice pop here in the last 45 minutes. It's gained about 80 or 90 points. Very good move up. And then the S&P has moved up as well. It's up 40. And then NASDAQ is up 153. We have got 1,400 thumbs ups for this show today. Thank you, all of you, for this support. I really appreciate it. That is tremendous. 1,400 thumbs ups on a day of all kinds of technical problems that we've been dealing with. I appreciate all of you for this. And let's go. What's going on here? 148.78 now. And, well, we'll see what's going on. 148.78, trying to get to 149 again, and maybe a shot at 150, and we'll perhaps get closer to breaking even. We're down 243 at 148.74. There you go. Okay, there it is. What else can I tell you today? Not a lot else. I mean, it's one of those days where, it is Friday. It is option expiry day today. The higher the GameStop goes, the more contracts end up in the money. There's a lot of contracts at 150, a ton, because it's such a nice round number that people like to play. Will the shares reach 150, go beyond it, and put all those contracts in the money? Don't know if it'll have much of an impact on the stock price as far as, naked sellers having to buy a bunch of stock. But if we did have a 20 move this afternoon, that would do it. It takes to 170. That would create a bit of a stir, but not going to happen. 149.19. We just broke through 149 again. Now the question is, again, are we getting a bit of a momentum move here to break the 150 level on GameStop? The low of the day, 144.70, now 149.44. So almost up $5 from the low of the day here on less than 1.8 million, as far as I can tell you. 1.82 million, excuse me. That's where we're at. Very quiet. 149.19. We're jumping around here, but it is definitely better looking than it was in the last 2 hours. Okay. Hour and a half, I guess. There you have it. Okay. What else is being said here by people? All kinds of folks saying hello, chatting with each other. Hey, Bruce, do more retail investors make the economy move faster? If it's all big, stodgy firms doing it, doesn't that make economic development slow? Having a lot of small investors buying and selling stock creates a lot of momentum, creates dollar flow. For some folks who are sellers, they've had money tied up for years in stocks. They might be convinced to take a sell price. They get out. They use the money to pay off bills. Maybe they're using money to buy a new fridge, or they're using the money to get a new couch or a new TV, or they're buying some renovations on their house if they bring in 30, 40, 50 grand. It all depends. But yeah, movement of cash is definitely an improving economy. Bruce, what do you think about all the Reddit post that broke down all the different institution ETFs that own GameStop? And there might be only about 12.5 million shares in free float. We definitely bought that, at least that. I agree. I'm convinced that without the shorters, there's over 200 million out there. I'm sure of it. There's over 200 million out there shares, and 100 million are held by retail investors. I have that hunch that 100 million of you hold the stock, and a lot of you, not a lot of you, but a few of you watch me. Those of you who have them, you watch me. You watch others like me out here talk about this, and you're holding longer than you would normally hold. You're hearing the corporate news that all the inside information, a lot of the little minutia details that are not going to be broadcast to you on network television, and you're beginning to like what you hear, and you're beginning to see some signs of, oh, I see what's going on. I like what I hear about that. I'm not going to sell this stock, and that's creating a shortage of paper. It's not at 50; it's 150 or 149.75. We're about to hit 150 here, 149.63, 149.75. We're just about to hit 150. Like butter, we're going to go through it like hot knife through soft butter. Get ready for a 150 breakout. Will it go beyond that? I don't know, but we're just about to hit it. Anyway, I think there's a lack of paper. I think there is, and as much as these shorters try to push the market down and try to scare you folks out, you're not getting out. You're not selling. So I like all of how you're doing that. And like I say, I think this stock can go much, much higher. Let's see here. If they have to buy back hundreds of millions of synthetic shares, and maybe only 12.5 million real shares, which we definitely own, if we just hold, we set our price. Yep, that's right. And as I've said before, if a whole bunch of you out there who are small shareholders, of the 20 million of you easily that are following this company, between Reddit, Wall Street Bets, Google, YouTube, all these sites, the Twitters of the world, Facebook, all the social media sites that people are using to follow these shares. 10 shares each of buying from a bunch of those 20 million people will run this market. 149.80 right now. It'll just run. There's not enough available down here. 20 million of buying interest. Stock's gone. 149.80, 149.79. We're on the precipice of $150 a share. I'm sure we're about to break through it. 149.90. We're about to take a shot at it, and it's just going to go through there like butter. Do not be surprised. There's not enough of it. 149.99 right now. 149.99. Get ready for an assault on $150. It'll happen. It'll happen at any time. Let's see. Oh my eyes are welling up. Next Texas song by George Strait, Somewhere Down in Texas, is a great one. Texans love Texas. There's no doubt about that. Let's go. I agree. I keep adding to GameStop systematically. 150 right now, last trade. 150 on the stock. It'll go through here. I don't see enough stock for sale to stop it. Guys, it's looking really bullish here right now. It's looking really good. The Dow is still up 176. We're at 150, 149.98, 150, 149.98. We're right in that level here. Get ready. Let's see. Bruce, you missed Alex Gossel's super chat. I missed a lot of super chats. I missed a lot of everything because we got knocked off the air here, and we have been struggling to get back on the air. 150.13. We just broke through 150 like a hot knife through soft butter. We're on the way higher. This can go much higher if there was any resistance there. If there's nothing behind it, it can go a lot higher. Let's see what's going on here. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. We are trading at 149.40, 149.41. We're jumping around, but we broke through 150 just a moment ago. Okay, let's see. The Dow is at 176 right now, up 176, and let's see. How is exciting? One move in the day. 150.12. Someone was saying a moment ago. Yeah, 149.26, 149.27. Volume on GameStop now 1.9 million. So a couple 100,000 have gone through in the last 10 minutes, but not crazy heavy volume, but a little bit. But the shares have had a nice little pop up here from the 144.70 low of the day. So we were up over $5 from the low, and we've only been as high as 152.36. So we're actually within 250 from the high right now. Wouldn't take much. Would not take much. Let's see. Drinking in that great wide open, soaking up the summer breeze. I'll be somewhere down in Texas if you're looking for me. Looking hourly at the hourly, appears that the 50-day moving average is acting as resistance. Need to break through 155.27. How about a knee, Bruce? A knee. Ray, we got some local Bosnian guys run up and down the roofs, no tie-offs. They're just crazy. What a boring week. I'm at least gonna go watch people punch each other in the UFC tomorrow. Let's see. I remember that Wednesday evening weeks ago, before the close and then after hours, I heard like "butta" more times than I've ever heard in my life. That gamma squeeze was beautiful. I'll ask the question on another day, he says. Let me see if I can find his question, because he's already given it to me, so it's got to be here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Just bear with me, folks. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Where are we? Here we are. The question came in from Alex. Uncle Bruce, there is a second VGC, and I noticed on the website. Did you know anything about it? Love the content and laughs. Yes, I do know about it. There is a second VGAC SPAC that was brought out in the last month or so, I guess. And we don't know what they're going to do with it, though. We don't know what the plan is for that one. Alex, we're waiting for. I think what we're waiting for here. I mentioned this. I did answer this earlier. I think what we're waiting for is for the first VGAC to be listed as 23andMe. So I'm waiting for the 23andMe merger to be done for VGAC. Then Richard Branson has got that deal out there on the New York Exchange. Now the second one, the one we're talking about here, then can formally announce their plan. That's my hunch, Alex. That's what I think's going on. And that's all I can tell you right now. Okay, Wally's World. See you all later. I got to go. Happy days, Uncle Bruce and Andy Jen and everybody else. Thanks, Wally. Do you have a good one, buddy? It's always great to see you, man. Thank you so much. Hopefully see you this afternoon. Wally's World, T. Pity. Uncle Bruce, Alex was asking about the second VGZ SPAC listed and your thoughts on it. Yeah, that what we just talked about. Wally's World, Brooks and Dunn, Neon Moon. Sounds like a song. Let's go here. Let's go. Hi, Uncle Bruce. This is a second SPAC I noticed on their website. Do you know anything? I love it. We just talked about that. Thank you, folks. Thank you, everybody. And there's the latest right there. Okay. We're up to speed. 149.65, 149.74. Looking like it might take another chance, another shot at the 150 level. Keeping an eye on GameStop. It's 1.95 million, approaching 2 million volume now. 149.63 is where we're at right now. Okay. All right. Let's see. We've got 149.63, 149.64, and waiting to see what's happening. Alex, okay, waiting then. Okay, I got you, buddy. I'm waiting. Once I see Alex, once I see the deal that they're proposing, I'll let you know whether I like it or not. Right now, it's just a SPAC without a deal. I want to see the deal, like I saw the 23andMe deal. And so it'll be a 90-day thing, though. When I mention it, if I like it, then you got to remember that I might recommend that as an idea for you to look into, but you have to remember in the back of your mind, I could be holding this for 90 days before that deal is done. 149.80 something, 149.64 here on GameStop. We seem to be taking another attempt. We might be taking another attempt at 150. I don't know for sure, but it is definitely in the window here, and we'll follow that. Anyway, there you go, guys. What a crazy day. Jonathan and Stephanie, we didn't even notice our bagel turned green on us. Yes, you have become a member for the second month now. Thank you, members out there who have put on the recurring payment. You are automatically rolled over every month that goes through, and your bagels change on you, change color. And right now we're going from orange to green. So congratulations, all you greenies, and welcome all of you orangies. I'm so pleased to see all of you here. Thank you, everybody. Folks, I'm going to shut down for a while and get ready for my 3 o'clock this afternoon show. One way or the other, we're going to try and make that happen as I figure out how to deal with and work my computer to get over the fact that I can't use the internet on a wireless basis. So thank you, all of you, for hanging around with me and tolerating my crazy day today as I attempt to figure out what is happening with my computer. Thank you, all of you. All of you, those thumbs up so far. We have now got 1,400 thumbs ups on the show today. Thank you. I'm not sure if we're frozen on that or whether I need to refresh my page, but thank you for these thumbs ups that you've given me today. Very much appreciated, and keep them coming, I beg, and thank you. Nice of you to have been here. Thank you for these kind words, for rejoining us and becoming new members. Those of you who become new members today, thank you for that. And thank you all for your kind words as we were dealing through the technical nightmares going on today. There we are, 1,500 thumbs up, just shifted. Another 100 came through. Thank you, everybody. Okay, guys, so we'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. Hopefully, we won't have any problems then. We'll see what's going on. We'll do the best we can, and we'll catch you a little bit later. Aaron, Bruce, I'll drop you an email to help fix Wi-Fi over the weekend. Keep using Ethernet for streams, though. Roger, while you're on down, you might want to update your Mac laptop MOS update. Oh gosh, would I have to go with all kinds of password stuff again? Oh God, I don't want to do that. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. Have a good one, Bruce. Take a much needed break from this craziness this morning. Green bagels, green candles go nicely together. 149.29. Let's go, GameStop. 160.01, Bruce. 16.01. Get some rest. You deserve it. Hello, Bruce. Attaboy, Bruce. Thanks, everybody. Bill, I have to install a new roof and then panels. Okay. See you later. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Adventure Duncan. Thanks, Bruce. Lots of laughs today. And thank you. Texas, thank you, buddy. Peace out, buddy. Have a good one, everybody. 149.68 right there at 150. We need green bagel merch now. Thank you, Bruce. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. 139.34, 149.41. And it's jumping and it's trying and it's threatening and it's hanging in there. Jazz Best, thank you. Strong recovery today, Bruce. Let's hope so. Love you, Uncle B. Thank you, Soren. Bye-bye. It's still 15 minutes behind this stream. Oh, gosh. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate all your support, your help, your comments, and thumbs ups today. Okay, I will see you guys at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time as we shut this one down. And then I'll be on tonight at 7 o'clock on TWB for trivia. All right, guys. That's it. We'll see you a little later. I'm out of here. Bye for now.